Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Todd. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it greatly. Whether you stay for the whole time or you just kind of jump around from video to video, it's all the same to me. Appreciate you being here, of course. We have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. We're going to get into that very shortly. If you would like to join and literally guide the stream, you certainly can do so. ToddReacts.com. The season tiers and the series tiers are the requesting tiers. Those are ones you're looking for. And as always, while you're there, go ahead and check out the accessories currently. The winter collection is coming soon. As you just saw, if you were here for the live stream, it's dropping Halloween night. So if you haven't seen that video, I posted it everywhere. It's dropping Halloween night for the winter collection. Looking forward to it, of course. And, of course, as always, we will run a giveaway. So we'll have a giveaway for the drop. And then later on, of course, we've been doing this for, the past 2 years, I want to say. We'll do a holiday giveaway as well. So you get 2 chances at the winter collection. So go ahead and be on the lookout for that. As always, with the accessories, I did make the winter waffle knit beanie double layer available again. It is a very comfy beanie. It's a lovely product. Has a nice little TR logo on there. And these other, 5 items right up the top are also brand new via the summer collection. The journal's fantastic. I actually have it literally right next to me. I have mine in the orange variety. There we go. There it is. Orange variety. It's very lovely. Jot my notes. Take some ideas down as they come into my head. As you saw, the fall leaves were just something I kind of put together. I'm like, you know what? It's fall, kind of. Probably where you are, maybe, hopefully. Not so much here. We don't really get into fall until November, which, is really close to the winter season for a lot of people. So it's just like, all right, we barely get fall. It happens for like a week. All the leaves just fall, and then it's over. So go ahead and check out these items. They ship worldwide. Members save 15% off every order. So go ahead and check those out. If you're already there on the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. They make it very obvious. It's very big. It's very off color of what the rest of the page is. So it's pretty obvious. It stands out. Over 14,200 of you have already hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it greatly. And you can see all the backlog of all the videos. Over 1,100 of them. And I did make playlists, so that's nice and easy. And there's tons of them there. You can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And you can find, groups of things that you're looking for. Groups of videos, groups of topics, people, couples, whatever you're into. And last but certainly not least, let me go ahead and bring it up. It is the Discord. It's available totally free. The link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's on the YouTube channel. It's under every YouTube video. It's on the Twitch profile page. It's literally everywhere. I think we are somewhere around 250 something. Let's see. How many members do we have? We have 255 members in the Discord. So will you get us to 300? That's the question. Will we get 300 people in there? That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. But it's been very lovely, and certainly welcome to join the conversation. Obviously, you can see at the top, it tells you when I'm live, which is super handy. Very nice. And then we have a ton of fandom channels as well. You also get direct news about the channel. I posted the merch drop immediately on there as soon as I finished it. So you get basically first in line for all the news of the channel and giveaways and stuff like that. The giveaway information will be in the Discord, so definitely want to join that. And we have some members-only sections as well for the website members, and then some fun community pages as well, or channels, I suppose they're called. So go ahead and join us in there. And before we hop into today's videos, I do want to go over something that I watched. Oh gosh, I think it was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from it. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. It is called Spiral from the Book of Saw. It has, as you can see right there, is Chris Rock with a goatee. So it's hard to recognize him with a goatee, but yes, that is Chris Rock, the comedian and actor, I suppose. He's been in a few things. It is Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. And I was like, all right, I mean, I'll watch that. That sounds good, you know. And it's from the Book of Saw. It's around, you know, horror, Halloween kind of spookiness to it, maybe. It was unbelievably gory. Oh my gosh. Like I saw from the Book of Saw, right? So I'm like, okay, it's going to have some tough things to watch in there. Like obviously I've seen a couple of the Saw movies. I just saw Saw 10 like 2 years ago maybe in the theaters, which honestly with regards to Saw 10 wasn't as rough. So I was expecting maybe more along that line. I wasn't expecting going back to like, I don't even know, like Saw. See, the first one was gory, but it was all that buildup until the guy actually sawed his, ankle off, basically his foot off. But up until then, it was just kind of, I don't know, buildup. I suppose a lot of suspense. This one was just straight up Saw 3, maybe. I forget the numbers and when it started to go crazy, but yeah, this was brutal, absolutely brutal to watch. I needed a palate cleanser afterwards. As you can see from the ratings, the critics hated it, but the audience loved it. 75% for the verified. All audience, though, you know what's funny about that? Look at that. Verified, 75. All audience drops it to 57. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if I've seen such a disparaging or a wide margin of the audience there. That's crazy. That's kind of strange. Ooh, top critics really hated it, 21% to 39, but this one's even bigger, 75 to 57. That makes it look like everybody loved it at 75. And then you hit all audience and it's like, oh no, it's less than, although it is over 50%, I will say that. Overall, I felt like it was a pretty good, honestly, it wasn't bad at all. I'd say 70% is pretty accurate. It's not great. It's not one of the best movies ever made, but it wasn't bad either. It had a pretty good twist, I suppose. I won't go into further detail, but it did have a pretty good twist in case you wanted to watch it. But gore factor, it was there. If you're one of those people that really enjoy watching gore movies, was it a good? Honestly. I'm trying to say, would it be... I think it was along the lines more of a Saw movie than actually Saw 10. Yes, there is 10 Saw movies. It was stylized as Saw X. Of course, it's a Roman numeral. Yeah, I saw that in theaters. And it was less Saw than what I was expecting. It was almost a return to the first one where it was a lot of build-up until the final... kind of game, I guess you could call it. Do you want to play a game? Criminal mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral. Terrifying new chapter of the Book of Saw. What if they're calling it a book now? Working in the shadow of his father, an esteemed police veteran, Samuel L. Jackson, who I thought did a great job, as always. Brash detective Zeke Banks, Chris Rock, and his rookie partner, Max, take charge of a grisly investigation into murders that are eerily reminiscent to the city's gruesome past. There's a lot of callbacks to Jigsaw. Tons. Unwittingly entrapped in a deepening mystery, Zeke finds himself at the center of the killer's morbid game. So there you go. There's kind of a lowdown of it. I would say 75 is a little high. I also would say 57 and 21 or 39 is a little low. I would probably put it at 60, 65, somewhere around there. Is it worth one watch if you're looking for that kind of like terrifying, you almost need to watch puppy and kitten videos afterwards? Yeah, it checks that box. It definitely checks that box. I had to watch YouTube for like an hour after watching it just to get the amount of horrendousness out of my brain. But overall, fairly entertaining. Fairly entertaining. So if you're looking for that kind of, gore-themed movie for this time of year, go ahead and check it out. What's going on, Chloe? Welcome in. Thanks for watching. All right. Let's jump into it. That movie, there's still scenes in that movie that stick with me 2 days later. So I'm assuming it won't be like... There's a couple of scenes of Saw that stick with me after years of watching it. I don't know if this will stick that long, but obviously everyone remembers the first Saw when the guy has to, his leg is secured up and he has to like saw off his ankle or whatever. We've seen it, right? It's like iconic. It was the first one, so it sticks out in everybody's mind when they think of Saw. Another one that comes to mind is when, I think it's Amanda. No, it's not Amanda. It's one of the characters jumps into whether they jump or they fall into a massive pool, I guess for lack of better words, a pool of needles. That sticks with me till today. Just a horrendous nightmare. And you just see like hypodermic needles in their like face and neck and hands and fingers and in between fingers and oh God. They throw Amanda in. Oh, that's right. It was Amanda. My gut was right. I should have went with it. It was Amanda. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one of the scenes that has stuck with me for years. I can't think of anything else really. Obviously the jaw one where it is you're supposed to get out of it before it like rips your head open. Definitely remember that one. That kind of sticks with me. I don't know if this one has anything quite like that. We'll have to see. I'll have to think about it in a couple of years and be like, do I remember anything from that? But those are kind of the most iconic ones that I can think of. The games, if you will. So yes, if you're looking for something like that this time of year, check it out. I think I'm done with gore movies for this current holiday season. I've had a couple here that have really not ended well. When I have to watch, YouTube afterwards to just kind of wash my brain, that's probably not a good sign. Probably not a good sign. Let's stick to more, classic Halloween kind of stuff. Wow. Hostel was... I forgot how brutal that movie gets. They trick you with all the nudity and, oh, it's just a fun, like, teen movie. It's no big deal. And then the second half is just horrendous. Oh, gosh. All right. We have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. The first one's going to be 6 Feet Under, speaking of death. 6 Feet Under, entitled Better Days. And then we have an artist on artists on artists on artists moments. This is part 2. We did the part 1 maybe a week ago, something like that, 2 weeks per chance. And then we have a Formula 1 TikTok edits compilation. Looking forward to that one, certainly. And then we have a Jeremiah and Belly, The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is the week of The Summer I Turned Pretty. We did one on Monday. We're doing one again on Friday. So I don't know. I don't know what you all are trying to tell me. What is the Todd Reacts members trying to tell me? That I should watch The Summer I Turned Pretty? Maybe. And then we're going to wrap up today and kick off your weekend. Hopefully it's a fun one with PondPhuwin. It is a compilation, TikTok compilation, actually, now that I look at it. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. It is going to be 6 Feet Under, Better Days. We're starting with a low point. We started with Spiral from the Book of Saw, which is, brutal. And then we're going to keep along that same line and go right into funeral homes. So hopefully this has a positive positive momentum going through. But I tried to slope up towards the end of stream, so we'll see if we can get there. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, here we go. 6 feet under better days. All right.
It's depressing how deluded people are about what love is. Like it's gonna make their lives better. It's just not like someone else can change who you are.
This business gets under your skin. It's like a fucking virus. You can even see it on your face.
You gotta go through all the necessary stages of grief. That's how you honor what the person actually meant to you.
So I'm walking along one day and this asshole stops me and asks me if I'm all right. He says I got a look.
Good Lord.
He'd seen a man with that same look once and had ignored it. And that man jumped out a 9-story window. You know the reconstruction involved in a death like that?
I'm sure it's brutal. I would not do an open casket. It's so weird to see Bobby this young. It's crazy, actually.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear May. Happy birthday to you.
There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the
That might be the cheapest funeral package I've ever seen.
can hold my
Kind of throw you in there.
body down.
Maybe you wanted to believe the world is a better place than it really is. It's scary to hope things are gonna turn out good because then you're taking the risk of being disappointed if they don't.
There's 2 kinds of people in the world. There's you and there's everybody else. And never the twain shall meet.
Getting married, becoming a father, those are some of life's big moments. Happens to the best of us.
You know what's crazy to me? That actor who plays the father in this plays the father in Step Brothers.
It's AVM,
I
arteriovenous
swear he's never
malformation.
aged.
Could I die from this?
It's possible. Yes.
Close your eyes.
Please don't kill me, please, please. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
I swear he's looked like that for years, decades. That's wild. You could literally pluck him out of this show and put him right into the movie Step Brothers, and he looks damn near identical. It's crazy. It's almost like Morgan Freeman. He's always looked like that for the past like 30 years.
Well, I can't think of anything to say to add to that, so,
I seen better days dripping down your face. We don't have to talk, let's dance. For all the times you felt alone, dreaming better,
Dexter and Bobby in the same show. It's pretty wild.
That you can't forget. We may still know sorrow. We got
This is our family business, Claire. Even if I'm the only one of the family who gives a shit anymore.
That wicker couch. Wow. Excellent, excellent edit. Well done. Well done. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go ahead and throw it some love. First comment says there will never be a TV show like this again. Couldn't even get through the video without tearing up. Best TV show ever when TV became art. Best show of all time. Fantastic tribute, etc. Wow. Check out the channel. They might have other amazing edits that you might find amazing, and maybe you want to request them to have them on stream. Certainly welcome to do so. For those of you watching live, there is the link. Let's pull up some information on the wonderful world of 6 Feet Under. It's been 20 years, but no dark comedy on TV has come close to replicating this HBO masterpiece. People talk about the golden age of television. Actually, this was just published 8 days ago. Though there's more than one period that can be described as such. One kicked off during the 50s when television was finding itself a new medium, while the other lasted until the end, from the end of the 90s until, well, people are conflicted over that. When it was ongoing and when TV was indeed gold, the 2000s were when HBO really exploded as television's new frontier. Oz and The Sopranos, which we both reacted to here, premiered in the 90s, sure, but the latter aired all but one of its seasons throughout the 2000s and was on the same time as other legendary shows like The Wire, which people have talked about ad infinitum, Deadwood, and Rome. Alongside those titles were 6 Feet Under, which distinguished itself from some of the other medium-defining HBO shows. In terms of its tone, pacing, and scope, 6 Feet Under wasn't an epic show in the way that Deadwood felt, like a cinematic western or something, or how The Wire came to build an entire city's worth of characters and institutions, but it was a remarkable and oftentimes movie-quality dramedy. Some parts of it were funny, some parts of it were soul-crushing, but it was always brilliantly acted and written. Characters' development came first. It was flawed, yet fascinating. 5 seasons. Series finale may have aired 20 years ago, but how much of 6 Feet Under still endures and holds up to today? What's it about? Death is pervasive throughout 6 Feet Under right from the start. The series begins with the Fisher family having to deal with the sudden death of their patriarch, with the events setting a precedent for most of the episodes to come. 6 Feet Under's main characters, the Fishers, run a funeral home, so most of the episodes have them dealing with the newly deceased individual. And these people are all introduced in cold opens that inevitably end with their deaths. Makes sense, right? In other words, the Fishers are surrounded by death while continually grieving the loss of Nathaniel Sr., who continually appears throughout the series to certain characters, though more as an extension of their subconscious rather than an actual ghost. The ensemble cast is excellent, Michael C. Hall probably being the most notable, since he would go on to star in Dexter the year following the conclusion. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Going from 6 Feet Under to Dexter. And of course, Dexter was super popular. Hall plays one of Nathaniel Sr.'s children, David, while Peter Krause, Bobby from 911, if you're familiar, and Lauren Ambrose play his siblings, Nate and Claire. Their mother is the newly widowed Ruth, played by Frances Conroy, with other supporting. Love Dexter? Absolutely. I've seen I think I've seen the first season. I thought it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. What's going on, Alice? Welcome in. Their mother, newly widowed Ruth, played by Frances Conroy, with other supporting characters affiliated with the Fishers, either romantically or professionally. 6 Feet Under has more of a premise than it does an ongoing narrative. 6 Feet Under rides the line between comedy and drama. The tone is ultimately fascinating and unique, which sets it apart from other dramas. 6 Feet Under has a bit more sympathy for its characters, which is where most of its poignancy comes from. The Fishers aren't exactly good people, but they are realistic and often tragic ones, and the quality of the writing and acting results in the series striking the perfect balance between comedy and drama. Kind of sounds like Shameless a little bit. They're not perfect people, they're realistic, and certainly they have their own issues, but, you know, kind of interesting there. While the show's characters are sympathetic and sometimes infuriating, again, kind of sounds like Shameless, 6 Feet Under never leans too far in either direction. It's a show about the messiness of life and the inevitability of death, and how sometimes those deaths are also messy, as we saw in that edit, which I might have to clip that one out. 6 Feet Under explores death and other heavy topics, of course. Digs deeper than you might expect for a dramedy, with such a setting to do. Part of that is thanks to being an HBO show. You get to see a heck of a lot more of it. The actor Michael C. Hall's amazing, but in Dexter is certainly very strange storylines. Yeah, absolutely. Some of those storylines are wild. 6 Feet Under never feels like it goes too far, though some might feel seasons 4, That's My Dog does. If you've watched anything on HBO, you'll know that almost anything goes in terms of language, adult content, intimacy, and violence, of course. All you have to do is think of Game of Thrones and what that entailed. Death is indeed sometimes violent, and people have always had ways of coping with grief that can be similarly destructive or distressing. 6 Feet Under explores addiction, infidelity, the occasional meaningless of life, and all sorts of other things over the course of 63 episodes. Nothing's really off limits for an HBO show, and you feel that, especially with something that's as introspective and psychologically intense as 6 Feet Under. It's not always easy to watch, but that's by design. 6 Feet Under's legacy was cemented with an all-time great series finale. Justifiably considered an all-time great series finale. Really? They nailed the landing. Without going into too much detail, the final season is especially emotionally intense. Considering all dramas have an all bets are off feeling in their final seasons, 6 Feet Under is all about finality and death, which is not surprising. So all the hits especially hit hard, with the final stretch of episodes hitting new emotional heights, or maybe lows. Interesting. Well, that's good to hear that you nailed the landing. That's not common. That is not common. I'm sure you can name a show that, started off well, maybe you loved it, and then it ended on kind of a sour note, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it ruins the show, but it definitely hurts it a little bit. Even after 20 years, 6 Feet Under is still stunning look at grief. Most of the time when you're thinking about death, we're thinking about finality. Rightfully so. It's a pretty final thing. Yeah, pretty much. However, death in itself is an experience for the living. Yeah, it's a terrible one. I can assure you that. When I was 11, my first grandparent passed away. It wasn't the first time that someone in my life had passed. I had a close neighbor die, and a distant relative passed away a few years before my grandparents. Those deaths felt so distant, though. It's true. That is absolutely true. If you're not close to someone, death doesn't really hit. If you're really close to them, it's like getting hit by a train or something. Like, it is unbelievably brutal. Those deaths felt so distant, it didn't feel like it shook the ground I was standing on, altering the rest of my life in some way. This was the first funeral that I'd gone to. It was the first time I had seen a dead body, which is a thing of it to itself, let me say. You're never quite ready for it, and it never quite goes away. That's the unfortunate reality there. And when the funeral had ended and acquaintances left to go on with their lives, here stood a family altered from that moment moving forward. For a while, and sometimes still, you could feel the ripple effects of how that death changed the dynamic of a family. Absolutely. I'm sure you've gone through this where somebody in the family died, maybe it's a grandparent or something, and maybe you get together a little less. Maybe, you lose touch with certain people in the family, and it just kind of all falls apart. It is so common for that to happen. We used to get together for these command performances, I guess you could call them. Like, one side of the family would all get together for these events, because of the grandparents were alive and wanted to see all the people and all the family members. When they both went, there was really nothing to hold it together. It was sad. But, that's kind of life, unfortunately. For a while, and sometimes still, you could feel the ripple effects. When 6 Feet Under premiered in 2001, it opened with a death. It ended 5 years later with all of them. Across its 63 episodes, the HBO series created by Alan Ball didn't just depict mortality, it gave life to what death does to the living. Grief is a kaleidoscope of emotions. It's messy. It comes and goes. That's the biggest point. It comes and goes. You'll be fine, and then something will trigger a memory in your mind, and you'll just lose it. It is such a weird thing. Being very close is so strange, like it never feels real. Absolutely. It is very strange. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like life is a show, and we're just kind of in it, It's one of those things like you're so sadly affected by it, and you want to change it, but you also have no power over it. So you literally, it just happens to you. Like, you have no control. And those kind of moments are very surreal in a way. Fisher family runs a funeral home in L.A. After the sudden death of patriarch, his sons inherit the business. When it hits. Oh my gosh. Wow. If you haven't gone through that yet, count yourself lucky. Seriously. Nathaniel's ghost returns throughout the series as an echo of their subconscious, speaks to them, mocks them, comforts them, argues with them. The oldest son, Peter Krause plays him, Nate, tries to live a normal life while being surrounded by death. Perhaps the show's most profound exploration of existential grief. His arc is not just about mourning his father or even his ill-fated wife, Lisa. It's about grieving the life he imagined for himself. Interesting. He wants a chance to live naturally and away from the morbid family business, but instead death finds him anyway, inside his brain, his marriage, his child. Nate is haunted by the myth of control, and when he realizes he can't outsmart fate, his grief turns to rage and denial. Jeez. Series dismantles the illusion of normalcy. There is no normal. That is a fact. Every member of the family is in free fall. Yikes. The brilliance of 6 Feet Under lies in how it refuses to treat grief as a tidy linear process. Yeah, that's true. In most media, grief is structured like a 3-act play. Someone dies, someone mourns, and eventually life resumes. There's usually a point of resolution, a moment where we're meant to believe that, the pain's been processed, the characters can move forward, it's all nice and, nice little bow tied on it, good to go. Throw that grief right over your shoulder. That is not how that works. Loss doesn't end when the funeral does. Indeed, it weaves itself into your routines, your relationships, your sense of self. Yeah, it is, as someone who can speak from experience, it's random. It is so random. You'll be doing totally fine, and then the next moment you're crying in the grocery store, or you're fighting back tears while you're driving, because maybe you heard a song, or maybe you saw something that, you shared an experience at that moment, at that place, or whatever. Like, it's just crazy how that works. This is also why the show resists the illusion that every ending must come with closure. It understands that in real life, closure is rarely so generous. Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. There's no goodbyes, no final words, no neat endings, just absence. If you are lucky enough to be in the area of someone you love dying, maybe you get to have that final exchange of here's the thing. They never tell you how to have that conversation, right? You're just kind of spitballing at the moment. And then, I've had these moments where I've thought about it, post, and I'm just like, oh, why didn't I say this? Oh, I meant to say that. Why did I leave that part out? Moments that you wish you could get back so you could say like this speech, almost well-written speech. It's just like, that's not life. Life is messy. You say what comes to mind. You say what comes to heart. You're breaking down at the same time, so who knows what words are being said, and it's wild. It's absolutely wild. Fighting back tears in public happened to me? Absolutely. That's very, very accurate. Very accurate. I've been at work. I've literally been at work, and all of a sudden I'm fighting back. It's just like fighting for my life. Just like, oh, God. Maybe personal, but I feel very numb after loss and randomly burst of emotion. Yeah, always pops out. It's very unexpected. You never really move on, but instead learn to live with it. Indeed. Indeed. There is no such thing as healing from that. There is no such thing as healing. It's time. Time helps. The further you get away from it, it does help. But you're never healed, because at any moment it could trigger a, emotion out of you that, is more than likely going to be tears involved. It is a, I bring up that Billy Bob Thornton quote, religiously at this point, but he was just like, if ever I think about my brother who died and I start to weep or cry or I feel, sad, that's good. That's good. That tells you how much I loved my brother and how much he meant to me. He goes, I'll never feel bad about getting emotional about my brother. And I was just like, dang, I like that. I like that. That's good. That shows the impact they had on your life, that you would still feel sad thinking about losing them years in the future. I'm totally cool with that. I love that. It's amazing. I was on the bus to school. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be random. That's the crazy part. Some losses leave open loops of unfinished stories we carry for years, and we're left learning how to live around the holes. Yeah, absolutely. 6 Feet Under does so beautifully as show that even without closure, life continues but differently. And when we do find peace without closure, when we're lucky enough to say goodbye or feel a sense of peace, the show treats that as a grace, not a guarantee. Grief and unfinished closure aren't emotions reserved only for the dead. Sometimes we grieve for the living. We grieve the relationships that fractured and never healed, conversations that never found resolution, people who drifted away, changed in ways we couldn't follow. We often think of grief as tied to physical death, but emotional loss can carry just as much weight. Yeah, that's why we call it heartbreak. Your heart breaks from failed relationships just as much as your heart breaks from death in a family or death of a loved one. It's all the same. It's just different impacts. Show is filled with characters mourning not only who they've lost, but who they've never had to begin with. Nate and Ruth grieve the version of a mother-son bond that they were never able to build. Interesting. Very interesting. David's queerness intensifies his isolation in early seasons. He can't fully share his sorrow with his family. He can't fully share his life with his partner, Keith. He's stuck between performances, dutiful son, funeral director, gay man, a grief of what he's not allowed to be, or the love he can't fully claim. It all comes to a head when David is carjacked and kidnapped. Yikes. Afterward, his grief changes shape. That must have been that scene where he was begging for his life. He becomes more visceral, less containable. He's no longer just grieving his father or the illusion of stability. He's grieving his own vulnerability. There's a tension in goodbyes. The finale of 6 Feet Under is more than an ending. It's a goodbye that feels intimate. Doesn't tie the show in a neat bow, but instead gently places it on the ground. Or into the ground, excuse me. 6 Feet Under, I guess you could say. The last 6 minutes of the series might be one of my favorite 6 minutes of television. Wow. Very interesting. 7 famous actors you forgot guest starred in 6 Feet Under. That's Adam Scott. Adam Scott, Catherine O'Hara, Kathy Bates. Just a few of the impressive guest stars who appeared on 6 Feet Under. And whether they're in it for an episode or a multi-season long arc, they all bring something incredible to the series. Over 5 seasons, the Emmy and Golden Globe winning HBO drama series, the lives of the Fisher family, who account for royalty in the funeral business, are explored in detail. Number 7, Catherine O'Hara. Cool. Number 6, Adam Scott. Yeah, I remember him as Ben Wyatt in Parks and Rec. Very funny. Very, very funny. Sandra Oh. Oh is so funny doing the overtop acting for the adult film her character appears in. That's funny. Bobby Cannavale. Wait a minute, who's he from? I've seen him before. Will and Grace as Vince D'Angelo. Okay. Boardwalk Empire. Mr. Robot. Kathy Bates. Famous, of course. Jenna Fisher. Oh my gosh. Pam Beasley. Number 1, Justin Theroux. The evil DJ in Zoolander. That's so funny. That's cool. It's always amazing when shows can get pretty impeccable guest stars to be in it. I watched 6 Feet Under season 1, and I don't think I want to watch anymore. Ooh. Probably affected them pretty deeply. Let's see. 6 Feet Under takes us into the lives, blah, blah, blah. We already know this. I was hooked for the entire first season and could not get enough of this dysfunctional family. Each character is interesting in their own right. When you put them all together, the story becomes highly entertaining. All the performances in the first season are exceptional, but to avoid writing an overly long article, I want to focus on Frances Conroy, plays Peter and Nate's mother. Create an account. What? No. How dare you, Medium? How dare you, Medium? I think I may have been living under a rock because I don't think I've seen any of these films these people are in, except Home Alone. Really? All right, let's see if I can find the rest of this article. I do want to figure out why they can't. Darn, it's not archived. That's too bad. All right. Well, I suppose that's where that ends. That's too bad. All right, let's move on to the next one. Boy, that was I think I have to edit out that clip. It's probably not going to do too well on YouTube. Maybe it will. Is it against TOS? Maybe. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Technically, it's in that video, right? But let's go ahead and move on to artists on artists on artists on artists. Funny moments, in my opinion, part 2. Here we go.
We don't need to be writers to write.
Nope.
We don't need to be women to woman.
Woman? Nope.
We don't need to be bisexual to panic.
Nope.
Well, I have gossip that's happening at a neighboring island. It rhymes with banana split if you pronounce it crazy.
The Bahamas.
I know.
It was the Bahamas. It's the Bahamas. I'll be in the Bahamas.
That's crazy. I completely disagree.
And I'd like to disagree as well. And so I'm disagreeing with your point exactly.
That's exactly what I said.
And I fully disagree.
So I also disagree with you.
Exactly, and I'm disagreeing with that.
Exactly.
And I totally disagree with you guys.
And I completely disagree. And I have to go on the record. I completely disagree.
And so because of that reason, I disagree.
I do feel like I disagree, but I'm having trouble remembering what the initial thing was.
And then we'll get back to disagreeing or agreeing.
I can't wait to see which one we settle on.
I host, of course, the very popular show, You Sure You Want to Say That? On BET. It's a show where black people bring in white people and ask them, you sure you want to say that?
As a male who really, really, really loves women, like I love, like it's almost like,
great.
Like I geek out about women.
Yeah.
Like, I like, to me,
That's
like
really awesome.
women are my Marvel movies. Like,
And who's older and...
Well, we're
Irish
twins.
twins.
Our mother couldn't keep her legs shut. We were born 11 months apart.
A whore.
I did want to just kind of reiterate that,
gosh.
like, even though you are Irish twins, you know, one of you is older because you did mention 11 months difference. So I just wanted to know who is older.
Right, so we're Irish twins.
So 11 months apart. Irish twins is when the two siblings born in the same year. So
No,
it's
for
like,
sure, for sure.
I was born, for example,
in 11 months apart from when I was born.
and one of us was in January, one of us was in December.
So if you had to say which one might be the eldest son, which
Exactly.
one would you say?
I
I
agree.
would say that 100%.
You agree? Okay. Oh, cool.
And we've been brothers our whole lives, so
Especially since we've been Irish twins.
Yeah.
Hello, round the tables we go. I am She Edgar, She Allen, She Poe. Yes, I'm a girl. I'm a girl Halloween poet.
You have me to thank for the gonorrhea vaccine, I'll tell you that much. For
We
the gonorrhea cure.
Hey, everybody. My name is Derek Schumann, and I am Rihanna's muse.
So Rihanna's music is inspired by a man named Derek?
Speaking of buses, you have the TMZ.
She hasn't thought about Derek in a while.
Yes, we have the TAMZ.
Where are you guys going on that?
We are going all over the place. So much fun. We're going to the Children's Hospital.
What are you guys doing when you get to the Children's Hospital after you park?
Oh, is The Rock at the Children's Hospital? I hear he spends time there.
We wouldn't know. That's not a person I'm interested in.
So who are you looking for at the Children's Hospital?
Yeah, when you park the bus and you walk inside, where are you going?
Look, kids get sick all the time. You never know who you'll see.
But typically not the famous kids. The
Not the
famous
famous
kids typically aren't getting sick as much.
Have we seen a famous child? Sorry, have we seen a famous young star walk into the Children's Hospital yet? No, but I think it's important for the audience that's on the tour to understand this is a place where children go, and this is a place where young stars could go as well.
I'm going to ask you one last time. You park that big bus, and you walk in those doors, and when you walk in the doors, do you just start walking through the halls?
I say we walk through the halls and we're just looking.
That's such an honor to hear you say that, because
Of course.
I was raised on your show. It's such a simple.
What happened to your voice?
I feel like it drastically changed.
I'm sorry I'm smoking so much. Am I affecting you?
I think I'm getting a little secondhand smoke. And I don't remember what I sounded like before.
Who's your favorite Dodger?
Kershaw.
The problem with doing accents is you
No,
forget halfway
I
through.
stan women. Like women ship is like my
You got
fan ship.
so loud when you said that.
I stan women. Like I stan them.
I'm sorry, I'm so funny. Locations just make me laugh.
What's funny about that?
I mean, it's hysterical because we've got this compass and nobody's really using it because we have Waze now. And we're still assigning directions to different towns like we're 18th century soldiers. Like, what is West Virginia? What are we talking about? Oh, God, I can't stop laughing.
Oh, I'm a bongo drum. I can't watch TV.
And I'm Will Arnett's hair gel. I also don't watch TV.
Oh, I said I can't. You just choose not to?
Yeah, it's a religious thing for me. 4 men enter, 4 men leave changed. The bats, the bats, the bats, the bats don't rain on my parade.
Deep alto.
Yeah.
And
Deep
you
alto.
always have a signature, and I really respect that.
Oh,
I
Maurice.
disagree with it, in fact.
Yeah. Oh,
You do disagree with it.
I do.
you do.
That rocks, man.
I feel like, okay.
Susan B. Anthony, not only her, but also Amelia Earhart. Like I know all sorts of
No,
stuff.
I love her.
It's so funny
She's
just
great.
splicing
She's
that
so
this
One of the
part
most
into
famous
it.
missing women of all time, I would say.
Yeah.
Totally.
She kind of started the whole genre.
She really, without her, we wouldn't be anywhere.
We
Oh my God,
really
Because
wouldn't
it's like,
be anywhere.
where is she?
No, thank you. My second favorite is probably Lightning McQueen, but he's not a Dodger.
No, he's a car.
So I light candles.
Oh,
I
here
cover
we
the
go.
room in rose petals. I play a little bit on my harp. I tell my lover to lay on the bed. And I eat their ass for hours.
For hours.
Okay. I'm Paprika Salt.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm
Shut
here
up.
too. I'm here too.
Oh my God, are you guys related?
Yeah, by first name.
Your first name is
Follow
Senator,
up
or
for
you're an actual
hours.
senator?
I get this a lot. It's a family name. And
A family first name. Yeah. It's kind of a fun thing where I kiss you from your head to your toes, but I don't touch anything, and that's it. And then I apologize.
Amazing.
I'm usually done by then, so I'm sorry.
Well, I'm so excited to be here. So good to talk to you guys. I'm Candy McFly. No, I'm not. I had a one-night stand of somebody, and he said, oh, that's interesting. You're really interesting. And then he started taking measurements of my body, and I thought, that's interesting. But a lot of interesting things happened to me, so I wrote it off. The next day, I see my body on the Home Depot website, 12 feet tall. And I was pissed off. Pissed the hell off.
Oh, that
next
feels
time
violating.
I am appearing on people's yards. I am appearing on eBay. People are paying 500% markups for pictures. For
So
models
you were
of
the
my
basis
body.
for Tall Skeleton. You were the
I
basis.
was the basis for Tall Skeleton. And it's
Yeah.
fucked up because I'm not even that tall.
Yeah, so why even take your dimensions anyway?
Now that's why we call it showbiz. Good night, bitch.
Good night.
Good night, bitch.
Oh my God. I love the fact that I try to it's just it shows you, this channel can go anywhere. I love the fact that I try not to swear too much and keep it kind of family friendly a little. But this stream goes wherever you want it to go. So in the last video, we saw someone literally blow their head off. And in this one, we heard some other comments going on that I won't even repeat. It's hilarious to me. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love, as always. Not much information on this podcast, but we do have the pages of all the people you saw. Kylie Brakeman, comedian, TV writer, actor, as well as one of the hosts, of course. Written for The Tonight Show, The Kids Tonight Show, and is currently doing live comedy shows in New York City. Interesting. All right. And then we have Jeremy, of course. Actor, comedian, writer. Cast member for SNL. Having joined at the start of their 51st season, most notable acting role outside of SNL is starring as homeless kid in the movie Spaghetti Man, or maybe Dylan Lutz in the TV show adaptation of Heathers. Interesting. All right, SNL. Obviously, we know of Angela from Smosh fame. Star Kid as well. Patrick McDonald, writer, actor, improviser, sketch writer, director, has written and appeared in various projects for both Smosh and Dropout, including when it used to be called College Humor. Also works as a DJ for Radio Margaritaville, which I think is a Sirius XM radio station. I think I've heard it before. Directed an independent short film called I Live in Your House, released on his YouTube channel. Starring himself, Angela, and then guest star Amanda. From Smosh, of course, as well. Then we got Amanda as well, guest star of the podcast. Appears in the episode Mall Santa's Panel, hence the Santa hat, of course. Then they have a bunch of characters that they do. Barbara Ann Delight, The Mixer, Paul Unkins, Dallas Austin, and Flala Lady Guggenheim. What? Dallas Austin is a Disneyland cast member featured in the episode Disneyland Cast Members Tell All, plays a role of the mater, piloting the car as well as providing improv. Interesting. It definitely seems like a very silly, fun time and just a way to, I don't know, just a way to, well, hang out, of course, for them. Probably have busy schedules, probably doing other things. So it is kind of a nice little hang, of course, as well as trying to entertain listeners. So one thing I found about doing a podcast is overall, it's a fun hang. It's a fun and interesting time to spend with somebody. If you do with somebody else, if you have a solo podcast, which I tried and ultimately did not like, mainly for the fact that, I don't know if you've tried this. You could always try it, of course. Put a microphone in front of you, camera if you want, and try to talk to yourself or, imagine you're talking to someone else for 30 to an hour straight. It's difficult. It's really difficult. Like if you have notes and you're reading from, articles like this, it's not too bad. It's not difficult. But if you're just trying to go off the dome and just kind of carry conversations with yourself and all that stuff, like it is legitimately difficult. I tried it for 2 episodes, made it to around 30 minutes, and I was struggling hard. I'm much better playing off somebody else. So, it wasn't for me. I totally respect people who can do, radio and stuff like that. Although I will say for radio, a lot of the time it's cutting to commercial, So maybe you do like 10 minutes commercial, 15 commercial, 10 minutes commercial. So it is broken up quite a bit. So it's not as bad. But if you're doing a podcast, there is no cutting to commercial. It's just all the way through. It is brutal. Brutal. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It is Formula One TikToks Edit Compilation Part 9. looking forward to this. We've done quite a few Formula One TikTok compilations. What else can I say about it? Well, I've learned a lot about Formula One that I didn't know previously. I've seen a few NASCAR races, which is not even relatively close to Formula One. Didn't know any of the drivers other than obvious Michael Schumacher. I mean, that's kind of a name that you just kind of learn if you've watched anything related to racing or played a racing game or enjoyed any moments of Top Gear. Like, that's just kind of a name that sticks out. Tony Kanaan I knew, and that was from the 1 or 2 times I watched a Formula One race when I was a kid. I watched bits and pieces of maybe 1 or 2 races, and that's a name that kind of sticks out. But other than that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I will say, watching all this Formula One content and reacting to it got me interested in the F1 movie with Brad Pitt that just came out, last year or something like that? Maybe earlier this year. I wouldn't have watched it prior. But because of this channel and because of you all requesting F1 Formula One content, I was interested. I wanted to see it. And I thought it was great. I thought it was a fantastic movie. So if you haven't seen it and you're at least a tad bit interested in Formula One, definitely check it out. This has been definitely a learning experience, and I hope it has for you as well. That's pretty much the entire channel. It's me learning, you learning about things that maybe we've never heard of, maybe we've never seen, maybe we've heard of but never seen, etc. It's just kind of a beautiful thing. All right, I moved it over slightly, mainly for the fact that it's TikToks and maybe it's centered so I don't cut anything off. But let's go ahead and join into this. Formula One TikTok Edits compilation part 9.
Hey, hopped out the swamp, gave a bitch props. Don't she break a bean, don't she whip pop? Will she ever lose, man? I guess we'll never.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay. These are mostly horizontal. Oh, we're good. Let me move that back. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this so I don't cut off any sort of text or anything like that. Let's go ahead and start it again.
Hey, hopped out the swamp, gave a bitch props. Don't she break a bean, don't she whip pop? Will she ever lose, man? I guess we'll never know. Will she lose her cool? I guess we'll never. I guess we'll never know. Guess we'll never see the day that don't she crown falls. Guess you'll never live to see the day that don't she loses. Don't she don't win on these don't she mutants. Don't she don't critique or seek improvement.
You know the banana in Fortnite? I have it as a, I don't know how you say it, as an outfit. Banana Leclerc.
I never got the banana outfit in Fortnite. I've always wanted it.
For me, it just seems like people don't want me to win, but that's fine. I mean, my whole life so far, it's never been easy, so that's okay. I wanted to talk to my dad about what happened, about my opinion about the incident, but my dad didn't want to talk to me, so I kept trying, and then at one point he said, get out, here at the fuel, he stopped at the fuel station, he said, get out, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Nothing can be worse than what I've experienced back then. So it's all good.
How bad did it get?
No, it's all good. I mean, I needed it as well.
People say how a bad father I was to him, to abuse your child. I never abused him. I was teaching him. I was hard on him.
I think still, to my dad's liking, I think all the way to Formula One, I still didn't work hard enough in his eyes.
That's very similar to Barry Sanders, who is an NFL great. Some say the greatest. I would say definitely up there in the conversation. His dad was always difficult on him. He would always say, you'll never be as good as whatever player. I think it was usually Walter Payton, who he idolized. So his own father was just you'll never be as good as this player. you know, even when he was just absolutely a monster in the NFL, his father would still say, hey, he's my second favorite player. Like, always, like, digging him. Always. And you're just watching this, like, dang. You know, at no point was there like a, you did great, kid. You did great. Like, nothing. It's just, sometimes the fathers can be extremely tough, which I understand to a certain extent. It kind of builds a little level of resilience, I guess you could say. Max's dad was not a great F1 driver, so I guess Max will always have that over him. Now that is a good one. I'm wondering if it's like, I'm wondering if that's like jealousy maybe, or if it's just, I want him to do so much better than I did kind of thing, that he just wants to continue pushing him. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both.
I've seen that Hulkenberg.
Oh my God! Hulkenberg!
Hulkenberg!
What is going on right now? A brilliant drive from Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg.
I can run faster with no wind resistance.
You know what's funny? I remember, now I'm thinking about Barry Sanders. His father was asked by the press, you know, do you ever tell your son how great he is or whatever? And his dad was just like, no, why would he need to hear it from me? And it's, you can't help but watch that and just go, of course he needs to hear it from you. What are you talking about?
M'en tirer sans trop d'ennui. Voilà, c'est ça ce que je veux. Des jours avec du soleil et de la pluie. Pourrions-nous revenir sur cette histoire? Oui, c'est bon, j'avoue. J'aurais dû te croire.
Wow. It's kind of wild that some of them have, like, you know, baby photos of being around F1, and now they're chasing world championships. It's crazy.
Are you still next door neighbours? We live in the same building, so we catch up from time to time. But we have a very nice neutral relationship.
She told my baby dance to 3, and she looked at me, then showed a photo. Baby cried, his eyes were like.
Stop. 1:46 a.m. on September 23rd, 2024. Daniel Ricciardo exiting the F1 paddock for what everybody believes is the last time he's left one driver.
My foot hurt just from watching him kick the tire.
Ain't it fun? Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Living in the real world.
You gonna miss each other?
It's been pretty emotional, actually.
It has.
The love has grown, blossomed into something.
I mean, we still see each other.
Yeah. Probably only a few races, though.
Oh, really?
But we can see each other in Monaco. Mate, I'm not doing 24 races. Come on.
I mean, are you sure?
I don't plan on it.
Look to
and you're going to need the team.
But the championship can only be won by one.
I would hope so.
Here comes the rain. Lights out and away we go.
Co-champions.
Will you be Formula 1 world champion, do you think, in your heart?
Well, I don't want to say I will, because it's wrong for me to say that. Nobody knows, but for sure I want. And I will do all what I can to become one day. And if I can't, I will have no regrets.
I'm sure we're taller in another dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. You're tired of moving, your body's aching. We could vacate, there's places to go. Clearly,
That is brutal.
You can win the battle, but you'll never win the war. You fix the things you hated, and you'd still feel so insecure.
Well, you give it all you got. And if you win, you win. If you don't, well, yeah, at least you were there for the ride, right? None of them will accept that. Of course, they're all competitive, ultra competitive. But I'm assuming if they get a little older, they look back on it and just happy.
The next one is going to be world champion.
If you're such a good driver that people are willing to spend millions of dollars and put you in a $1 million car, it says a lot.
Not here to be loved or whatever. I'm here to do my job. I wanted to be a Formula 1 driver and I wanted to win, and that's what I'm here for.
You know what I love about Max? It's very much like that. Different ends of the spectrum. You got Max, who's like, I want to win. I don't care what people think, whatever. And then you have somebody who's very personable and such a joy to interview and all that stuff, like Daniel that we've seen. It's like two opposite ends, and it's so funny that they were teammates. You have this one that's just a killer, just wanting to win at all costs, no matter what. It's a disappointment if he doesn't win. And then you got Daniel, who, even if he's feeling like angry or sad, it seems like he always has a decent, quick turnaround to be like happy, jovial, whatever. It's just kind of amazing, kind of shows the differences in people's personalities and what they're after and that kind of stuff.
I'm in the trees, I'm in the breeze, my footsteps on the ground. You see my face in every place, but you can't catch me now. Through waiting grass, the months will pass, you'll feel it all around. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, but you can't catch me now. You can't catch me now.
It's kind of wild looking back at those old Formula One cars. Just no protection. None.
Today in Monte Carlo, it's redemption day for Daniel Ricciardo. The grandstands he saw built as a kid growing up now rise for him, and for the first time in 93 years, this fatal race is won by one of their own.
I think I miss my wife.
There is one driver who captured hearts far beyond the racetrack. An Australian with an infectious smile and a determination forged in steel, corner by corner against the odds and the critics. From humble beginnings at HRT to a meteoric rise at Red Bull, Ricciardo proved he was more than a showman. Spectacular victories, overtakes from another dimension, a win in Monaco. Because more than a driver, Daniel is a symbol of pure passion, of rare authenticity. This is the story of Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger, the man with the smile and the bite.
That's awesome.
Let's go live to Ollie Williams with the Black U Weather Report. Ollie?
It's raining sideways.
Sounds rough, Ollie. Do you have an umbrella? Where is it?
Inside out, 2 miles away.
So say again?
I'm just useless.
But that isn't obviously the case.
It clearly
you're not.
is.
What?
It is. Just drove terribly. It is what it is.
Was it? Did you just not feel comfortable in the car in that part of quali? Did something change?
Nothing changed.
Me, when it takes longer to get home from work, you feel like you could go through one of those press conferences and just be like, I just didn't have it today. I'm going to guess this is from Hamilton. The amount of edits between those two is just... They must have had and still have a grip on the Formula One fans.
I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell the story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Do you care?
Yes, I do.
I know you don't.
I care. Like ribbons in your hair, my stomach's all in knots. You got the one thing that I want. Ooh, I try.
Such an interesting little rivalry going on here.
People, but it's like you're made of angel dust.
You were so annoying as kids, you and Lewis, running around the place.
Yes.
Causing havoc.
So do you miss Lewis now? Well, you just asked the question. I'm okay.
But what about in terms of mending bridges with your friend?
Well, we're not friends.
And full confidence that you can win the World Championship with Ferrari. Yes.
So you're a nice guy. Just not so much to me.
He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 di di da, la la di di da da da.
Slammed on the brakes. So we need to give that position back to Albon. Can't take the penalty. He's driving erratically.
George Russell, my friend. My best friend, Ali Albon.
George, you are so bad!
A few angry drivers behind me. I'm having dinner with Alex tonight, so he's going to get the bill.
They actually did too. That's funny. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. Obviously, check out the channel. They might have other videos that might interest you. Maybe you want to request it for a stream. All that good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and pull up some information courtesy of Chloe. Shout out to Chloe. Thank you so much for putting together this lovely doc that you're about to see. Boom. Lewis versus Nico explained. Photos at the bottom, of course. Childhood. On paper, Lewis and Nico ever becoming friends didn't really make sense. Nico is the son of the former F1 world champion, Keke Rosberg, and he grew up very comfortably in Monaco, whereas Lewis grew up in a council estate, and his dad worked multiple jobs to fund his racing career. So certainly one starting at the top and one earning his way from the bottom. They first became teammates in 2000 while racing for Mercedes, Benz McLaren, and Formula A, top-level karting. Became quick friends from the jump. They were incredibly competitive. Lewis talked about how Nico used to ride a unicycle everywhere, so he decided not only did he have to learn to ride one, but he also had to be better than him. Hence the video of them riding unicycles. Robert Kubica, who grew up racing them, shared, quote, they were always competitive. They were always in competition. They always wanted to win, to beat each other, but they didn't fight. It was also talked about how close the pair was many times. I was called by reception about some problem in their room. It might be noise. They might have broken something. They would never sleep, so they would always be tired the next morning. During the night, they wanted to eat ice cream, so I had to go out everywhere and find some to keep them happy. They were just kids. The pair were so close that their dads became friends, and they would often holiday together. Getting to F1, during their time karting, Lewis was always seen as the better driver, more often than not beating Nico and always having the advantage on raw pace, whereas Nico was always seen as more analytical. He was offered a place at a ridiculously competitive university for the aeronautical engineering degree. Despite Lewis beating Nico during their time as teammates, he was much less confident that he would make it to the F1. Quote, we were talking about how cool it would be one day if we were in Formula One, just how cool it would be to be teammates. Nico would say, when I'm in Formula One, for me it was more if I ever get to Formula One, because obviously Nico's dad was a Formula One driver. He knew he was going to make it. It very much seems like a family affair, usually, or at least kind of a club in a way. Like you got to know somebody kind of thing, or you just have to be so good that you're undeniable, I suppose. Nico made his F1 debut in 2006 for Williams, while Lewis joined in 2007 for McLaren. Lewis joined F1 in a highly competitive car. Nico did not, but the pair would eventually share a podium and immediately started jumping around like children. 2013 to 14, Nico and Lewis would find themselves as teammates once again in 2013. Besides one instance of team orders, the relationship and dynamic was going very smoothly, helped by the fact that they were not competing for a championship. It was in 2014 when the rivalry really heated up. For the first time since they were teenagers, they were directly competing for a championship, and Lewis, like he was growing up, was just faster. In an effort to close the gap, Nico used engine mods, or modes, disallowed by Mercedes, which seemed to work a treat until Lewis found out and did the same thing in an effort to defend him. It came to a head at Monaco when Nico took down an escape road, bringing out a yellow flag and ruining Lewis's lap. Lewis was convinced Nico did it on purpose, as it conveniently left Nico in pole position, and he won the race. Ooh. After this, Nico made sure to let it be known in an interview that he and Lewis were still friends, and this race didn't change that, directly contrasting Lewis, who moments earlier told the same interviewer that he and Nico were not friends. At the Belgian Grand Prix, they made contact, giving Lewis a puncture and putting Nico almost 30 points clear of him in the standings. This accident woke Lewis up after he went on to win 6 of the last 7 races and sealed the championship. At the end of the year, they made up with Nico, understanding Lewis just got better of him. 2015 to 16 was the least intense year of the rivalry, as Lewis practically dominated the season. In the race, he secured the championship. He made a controversial move on Nico that left him fuming. Not only did he refuse to spray champagne on the podium, but he threw his hat at Lewis in the cool-down room. Nico took it so personally that he won the last 3 races of the 15 season and the first 4 of the 2016, excuse me. It was round 5 of 2016. That was the final nail in the coffin for the friendship when the pair took each other out, both equally responsible for the collision. The next few races, Lewis cut down Nico's lead until they made contact again, this time firmly being Nico's fault. Championship would go down to the last race with Nico leading by 12 points, meaning all Nico realistically had to do was finish second behind Lewis to secure the championship. Lewis, knowing this, went against his engineer's orders and tried to back Nico into the cars behind in the hopes that they would overtake him, but Nico kept position 2, thus winning his first F1 championship. After his win 5 days after Nico secured the championship, he announced he would be retiring from Formula One, shocking many people, but not Lewis, who said, quote, "I'm probably one of the only people it was not a surprise to, but that's because I've known him for a long, long time." Nico was quick to explain that winning took everything out of him. He lost a bunch of weight, was hardly seeing his family, and completely strained his relationship with his friend, all to secure the win. Despite Niki Lauda trying to make them mend their friendship and Lewis writing an apology letter to Nico that their team boss had him to read to him, the two weren't interested in fixing their friendship following 2016. Awkwardly, Lewis and Nico were neighbors in their apartment building, and Lewis would leave Christmas presents for Nico's kids, but they themselves still wouldn't talk. That's interesting. In an interview a couple years ago that Nico was a part of, Lewis was asked if he felt he was a better driver now than in 2016. He responded, yes, and teammate. And this year, Nico went on the record to say they are now friends and do speak to each other. It only took 9 years. Lewis still races, and Nico is now a pundit. And it was always quick to praise Lewis. Interesting. Well, I mean, okay. Yes, they are teammates in Formula One. But you cannot tell me that there is not a lot of competitiveness. I want to win. I want to be first. You can be second. There's no way if you make it to that level, you're content with being the worse of the pair. No chance. I mean, maybe on the rare occasion somebody's like, yeah, I'm just getting paid and I come in second place all the time and it's cool and I'm part of the team. Like, maybe on the rare occasion. But there is no way, if you're made it to this level of competitiveness, you're cool with it. Like, clearly they're gunning for each other. Clearly they have, semi-equally matched cars. It's the same engine, usually. Maybe they're tweaked a little bit differently. I'm not sure. But that is going to drive a wedge in anybody's friendship, for sure. Even if they don't show it publicly, there's definitely that edge. I am just positive on that. So it's not surprising their friendship kind of hit the skids. But it's cool to hear that they got it back. That's very cool. You're saying like kids, that's cool. There's that unicycle. Lewis and Nico on after Nico's first podium. Look at that difference. First podium, Nico's first podium, 2016. Oh my. Oh, that is just brutal. And I know photos, you can make it look like anything. There's a sheer difference here in overall mentality. Lewis and Nico more recently. That's kind of cool to see. Lewis and Nico as kids. All right, yeah. They kind of turned it around a little bit. Boy, what a storyline. No wonder people are still like grabbed by that story. It is interesting. It's fascinating to see, people from two different walks of life come together, do something amazing, and also kind of like have this fallout, public fallout, that you can just kind of see. And the fact that they were 12 points apart and it came down to like the final race. Wow. I mean, we just had an F1 movie. That's a movie in itself, frankly. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is Belly Jere. Is that their name? Is that their pairing name? Belly Jere? You will never be what Jere is to me. It's a quick video, but let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? This is the summer I turned pretty, which is weird to say because it's almost like I'm saying it. This is the summer. This is the summer that I turned pretty. All right, let's jump into it. Belly and Jeremiah. You will never be what Jere is to me. Never.
How do you know when it's the right person?
You'll know when you want to be with that person no matter what. It'll just feel right.
I just wish he was here.
It's just, why do you have to get married? Why can't you just move in together?
I want to be with you always, no matter what. Well, we want to be together forever.
I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm 21. I just know I want to be with Belly. I cannot wait to marry you.
Are you okay if I go with Jeremiah? The truest of all was that I just wanted to be near him.
You said you hated this idea for weeks.
Yeah, but I love you.
Yeah, you are never gonna touch another person besides Belly ever again. How's that feel?
Feels fucking fantastic.
You have no idea how long I wanted to do this.
And I've been the luckiest guy in the world for the last 4 years.
You have no idea how much I've missed you.
Nobody has ever treated me the way that he does. Nobody. I just can't imagine my life without you.
Me either. But I love you more than anyone else in the world. And it kills me to see you hurting, and I would do anything to take it back.
Oh,
I knew it was a bad idea starting something with you.
He just wants to be nearby if we need him. He's not gonna come try and talk to you.
Belly?
Hi. He's my best friend. Why does he have to be so sweet? And he loves me no matter what. And he doesn't take it away when things get hard. And I forgot about you, and I hate myself for that.
Forgot about you.
I wanted him for all seasons.
You were the one who texted me to come over and take care of business.
It's so hard to say goodbye to you for 5 days. I just don't want to be looking out at a sea of strangers on our wedding day.
So don't. Look at me.
Look at me. All that matters to me is making this commitment to each other in front of the people that we love.
You're never gonna be without me. And then we're gonna do something fun.
Okay.
Don't marry him. Be with me.
Good for you being stressed.
Belly and I, we're gonna take care of each other now. She's my family.
He and I should say. When I'm with Jer, everything is easier.
It's only a few weeks.
And I get you all to myself in your mind. You will never be what Jer is to me. Why rush to get married? Because I love him and because he's my family.
I want to be with Belly for the rest of my life.
It feels inevitable. My boyfriend, my Jeremiah.
I've known Jeremiah like my whole life.
Though I want to be with Belly for a lifetime, I can commit to that easy.
I love you more.
I was always so scared for when this moment would come.
You look so pretty.
But weirdly, I'm totally fine because it's Jeremiah. He's the one. My one.
Jeremiah Fisher's gonna marry me! We're getting married!
Team Jeremiah, damn it. I'm sold. Oh my gosh. Well, that painted a very, very nice picture. Now, there's a lot of people that would say that's not the full picture. But that painted a very nice picture, certainly. That was a good edit, regardless of what you think. Trust me, it's not. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. That was nice. That was very nice. Even if you're not Team Jeremiah, it was quite a nice edit. And a beautiful love story. If it ended right there. If it was just that little moment in time, it seemed beautiful. Look at me. All right, let's pull up some information on JereBelly, I suppose, the pairing. Left out context. They always do. They always do. I thought Kai and, oh gosh, what was her name? Begins with a B. What is it? It's not Beth. It's not Beth. Kai and, now I'm thinking Belly. It's definitely not Belly. Whoever the B name was in the Vampire Diaries. Dang it. Why is it escaping me right now? It was the first ever edit of the Vampire Diaries I ever reacted to. But I thought Kai and her were an item, and apparently they were not. So context is never a thing in edits. What's up, Cass? I love Belly and Jer. Just season 3 messed up Jer's character. Yeah, that's kind of been the consensus a little bit. All right, let's pull up some information here. Of course, as always, Summer I Turned Pretty. We'll just do kind of a quick little rundown. Teenager, Belly, involved in a love triangle with brothers. And you know why I say that? Oh, brother. Production began in 2021. It premiered in 2022. Feature-length film was announced on September 17th, so that is coming. I'm assuming it's going to go to... Are they going to release it to theaters, do you think? Or is it just going to be a straight to Amazon Prime kind of thing? I don't know. It seems like an interesting concept. Do they release it to theaters? Maybe do like a... Maybe Demon Hunters kind of did a... K-pop Demon Hunters kind of did like a precedent-changing move. Like they release it, it gets popular, and then they release it to a select theaters or whatever. They might do that with this. So messy. I still can't get over them being brothers. Yeah, that would be hard for me to get over. Still not over it at all. Can't wait for the movie because Conrad's my favorite. All right. Let's see in the comments who's team Conrad or Connie. Who's team JereBelly? It's not JereBelly. Who's team Jere? Belly is about to turn 16, headed to her favorite place in the world, Cousins Beach, to spend summer with her family and the Fishers. Belly has grown up a lot over the past year. I'm assuming she turned pretty. Like, that's literally the title. Was she not pretty the year before? Like, what happened? She has a feeling that this summer is going to be different than all those before. Obviously, the use of Taylor Swift's music is very important to the viewing experience. Won the 2024 Binge-Worthy Show of the Year for the People's Choice Awards. You could see that. It was nominated for a drama series, probably best drama series, I'm assuming. Season 2 was the second most viewed series to date among women ages 18 to 34, which is a very important demographic. Behind only Rings of Power. That's not surprising. It's probably just a sheer numbers game at that point. Summer I Turned Pretty was among Prime Video's top 3 series in terms of global acquisition. Again, number 1 with women, 1834. Reported that the third and final season drew 25 million viewers globally within the first 7 days of the premiere. That is a lot. That is an insane amount. Like, if there was a TV show that had 25 million viewers, that would be one of the hottest things out there right now. Like, pulling those numbers is so difficult. It's popular enough to go to the movies, but who knows? Honestly, maybe. It could. She wasn't conventional before, I guess, but she was still very pretty, I'd say. Yeah. It's very rare that someone goes from not pretty to pretty in a year. It's very rare. Like, typically the bones are there, you know? Like, what is it? Symmetry or whatever? Facial symmetry? Is that how we determine prettiness? I have no idea. They just stuck glasses and braces on her. Oh my gosh, come on now. That's like, what is that called? She's All That. When they took like a nerdy girl, aka she had glasses on, and then they took the glasses off and they're just like, oh my God, who's this prom queen? It's like, come on now. Clearly it was there. They just gave her contacts or whatever. Team JereBelly, but I liked him with Belly, but I prefer him without because she was just so stuck on Conrad. It was exhausting. Yeah, that would be exhausting, actually. Could you imagine being in his position and having your girlfriend, potential wife, stuck on your brother? Like, that is I don't know about that. That's that would eat me up inside. Like, that would be brain rot, literally. Many people I knew were all Team Conrad or switched because Jeremiah was very, very annoying. Ooh. That's a hot take. Was Jeremiah annoying? Conrad dated Belly first and then Jere dated her after? Oh my gosh. That's wild. That is wild. Because I have brothers, so I can put myself in this situation, and it is not appealing to me at all. Like, if I put a reality spin on it, my own life. No. No. Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't even want to think about it, honestly. Jeremiah Fisher, main character, one of the main characters, portrayed by Gavin, popular by athletic, playful, and easygoing character who's the life of the party, incredibly magnetic, and flirts with everyone. He's a sunshine boy with golden retriever energy. That's so funny. Who's always been able to make Belly smile. You can tell whoever wrote this is a big fan. The two have been best friends since they were kids, but things between them have taken a complicated turn. Occupation: chef, busboy, intern, student, high school student, lifeguard. Belly and Jeremiah are childhood best friends, though he harbored a secret crush on her for years. They loved their time together each summer at Cousins Beach. He also knew of her not-so-secret crush on her brother. That's got to be brutal. You like somebody secretly, or have a crush on him. Meanwhile, that person has a crush on your brother. Like, how do you deal with that? It's terrible if they have a crush on your friend. How do you deal with it if it's a crush on your brother? Like that would drive me nuts. Jer and Belly kissed before her and Con got together? Okay. You know Conrad's in real life? Not very nice in real life, but fine, I guess, in shows. Belly and Jer kissed first. Conrad and Belly would have definitely kissed first if Jer didn't purposely interrupt them. Ooh. She fell in love with swimming, so they would swim in the beach together, or at the beach together. On the first day of her arrival each year, Jeremiah was surprised at her transformation during the summer of her 16th birthday, and they instantly fell into a rhythm. Okay, so that's when things clicked in his mind and went, oh. When she realized she wanted to be out and grow up, or when he realized she wanted to be out and grow up, he supported all her decisions, going out of his way to help her achieve all her summer dreams. After Jeremiah confessed his feelings to Belly, they began to low-key date. Despite her apprehension because of lingering feelings for Conrad, she chose him to be her escort to the debutante ball, or the Deb Ball. I'm assuming it's debutante. Jeremiah learned his mother had cancer during the Deb Ball, and the diagnosis changed everyone's lives forever. The next morning, she kissed Conrad on the beach. Jeremiah was heartbroken, and Belly went out to date Conrad for a few months. Oh my gosh, that's got to be brutal. She and Jeremiah reunited when Conrad went missing from his college dorm, with Jeremiah admitted how much it hurt that Belly left him after he learned of Susanna's cancer. During that summer, Jeremiah and Belly grew closer. She admitted she wanted to be with him for real this time, for realsies. He was apprehensive because of her history with Conrad. Duh. Yes, of course, anyone would be. But Belly ultimately chose Jeremiah. They went to the same college and been together for over 3 years. That helps. If she went to a different college, tough. Very tough. All right, Belly. Main protagonist, of course, used to be gawky and awkward. But when she turned 16, she's starting to turn heads, and it's taking some getting used to. Conrad, the boy she's loved forever, the boy who never even looked in her direction, is paying attention to her. It's exhilarating to suddenly be an object of desire, but it's also scary. She grew up in all kinds of ways. She fell in love, had her heart broken, broke some hearts too. This summer, she must face the aftermath of those decisions. 4 years later, now a junior in college, Belly is dreaming of another perfect summer in Cousins, but a series of unexpected events will shake up her summer plans and send her off in a new direction. Who are these people that have these amazing summers like this, that are super eventful? Like, my summers are always boring as hell. Like, maybe they're, I go on a trip or do something fun, every once in a while, but they're never, like, life-altering summers. Usually not. I guess I just need to get out there a little bit more. Like, what? Especially in high school. My summers were not this crazy at all. I guess that says something about me, I guess. People, it's always cliche of like the summer, summer flings and summer, adventures and stuff. I never had the money for summer adventures. I knew kids that went to like Europe and flying around the world and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, how? What? Is there a program I have to sign up for? Like, how are you doing this? It was a lot of, what do they call that? Staycations. It was basically staycation for me. Truth, their summers have so much. I'm like, wow, yeah, exactly. I'm just like, my summers were never full of anything like that. She's lucky her mom was connected to a rich family that could spend the summer at their super big mansion. It's not having money, it's knowing people that have money. That's smart. That's smart because it doesn't cost you a thing, but then you get invited to, like, you know, be on boats and all that stuff. That's interesting. Where they say it's always better to know a person that owns a boat than it is to own the boat. Oh my gosh. During her 15th summer, a drunk Jeremiah and Conrad dared an also drunk Stephen to pee in the fireplace, which subsequently stunk up the house for days. Laurel blamed the neighbor's cat. That's funny. Free vacay. Indeed. I just feel that if Belly didn't basically force her and Jer getting together when he was so adamant he didn't want to get hurt again, she promised and said she wouldn't do that, and then ended up doing exactly what I would have ended up really enjoying her in Con, but I couldn't get over her hurting him because she then should have just said no to getting married and not forgiven him for cheating. Then he wouldn't be in this predicament. I don't know what I'm saying. The proposal was a bit interesting from what I understand. Very ill-timed, I suppose. What's up, Rack? Welcome in. It takes, you know, I'm two ways on this, right? To forgive somebody for cheating on you multiple times, like, I get forgiving because, you know, it helps your own mental state to just kind of let that go. But the forgetting part would be the tricky part. You know, how do you forget that? Like, I don't know if I could ever move past that, like, get over that hurdle. Like, that's a lot. And then to be asked to be married, like, immediately after that. Hit at the same time Jared knew what he was doing. Yeah, I mean, it's... Hey. Feelings were complicated at that point, I would assume. All right, so this post, unfortunately, was deleted. So I can't even see the original post. But these people are talking about Jeremiah and Belly codependency. Codependency. Someone said, I appreciate the post. Belly could have forgiven Jer and continued their relationship. The jump to accepting a marriage proposal made no sense in the book, and it still made no sense in the show, even with the addition of Steven's accident. Whatever happened to giving him a chance to earn your trust back before making a lifetime commitment? I can't wait until Laurel gets her 2 cents in. Go Team Laurel. Yeah, I think just from what I've heard about that situation, it was just emotions being vulnerable and not really there. Because if you've ever been in a situation where something traumatic happens, which I'm sure all of us have, you're not thinking clearly. Like, you're lost. You're thinking of what could have happened. You know, you're not there, basically. I just can't get over how Jer basically knew Belly and Khan loved each other and still wouldn't let it go. It was very complicated. Yeah. Here's the question. Did Jer ever ask Conrad if he could start dating Belly? Because apparently they were together first. Like, was there ever a conversation of, like, asking for blessing or, like, hey, is this cool if I do this? Because that's typically what happens between friends. Like, if this situation occurs, I would never, just put it out there, I would never. But it's usually a conversation of, like, hey, I'm interested in this person. Is it cool? Like, are we going to be okay if I start, you know, going after her kind of thing? Like, there's usually a little discussion there. You never forget, but she acted as if it never happened for the rest of the season. I do agree that Jer and Belly were very dependent on each other through the grief. Didn't really grow as they were basically connected together. Yeah. Trauma bonding, I guess. I feel like it was a huge narcissistic move, love bombing. And then when they do you wrong, they have to give you that high again. What a weird sentence. They went from being broken up because he cheated to engaged within 5 minutes. Laurel, my girl, go tell them how immature and impulsive this is. And I bet Belly won't say anything about the cheating because she just wants to act like everything is great. I found it very telling that instead of being like, I will miss Jer because of a deep love, but because she won't be able to go to Cousins anymore, like her main concerns is the freaking house. I don't think her main concern was the house. I think it was realizing that if she broke things off with Jer, her old life was officially over. Jer almost treats Belly like his mother. Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. Many people who only watch the series ship Belly and Jer based on Jer from the first season and consider Conrad to be bad. But the second and third seasons show how Jer is not ready for a relationship. He doesn't have the solitude or the maturity necessary for a relationship. Solitude or attitude? Turns out that Belly doesn't either. Although I want Belly and Conrad to be together, I think this time apart was super important for Conrad's development. Now he's in therapy, learning how to deal with his feelings, as that's what ruined his relationship with Belly. There's a short convo from both ends where Conrad begged Jer, and Jer didn't really want to give his blessing, but eventually did. And Jer and Con had a little convo. It's hard to explain, but there were some convos. Okay, that's good at least, I guess. Jer said he would leave Belly alone if Con didn't want that because he didn't want to lose his brother, and he was adamant that his brother confess his love to Belly. But then Con didn't, and Belly chose Jer. So basically, yeah, Jer kind of did ask. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. It still weirds me out that it's brothers. Usually that's like a friend thing going back and forth. I've witnessed that before. But brothers is still weird to me. I'm glad that conversation did happen, though. That's always a good move. Because you don't want to step on toes and potentially lose a friend or a brother or whatever. Because people have a habit of getting back together, don't they? This show, literally. The end of season 2, they made him believe he could be with her. Ooh. Also, just to add, Conrad and Jer relationships aren't very good, as you can tell. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell that it'd be odd. It would be very odd. Like, it's not bad by any means, but I wouldn't say they're close brothers at all. Yeah, that's the worst part, because if anything, the ones that needed each other the most, yeah. Losing strong connection to a sibling is rough. Because siblings are supposed to be your backstop, your backbone when you need it. Like, not only are you blood related, you are literally, in it together. You are the same generation of the family. Like, that's supposed to be a deep bond that you're supposed to have. Like, that's very strange. It's very strange. Like, I get being competitive with brothers, wrestling, fighting, all that stuff. Who's got a better job? Who's got a better car? Whatever. But fighting over the same and being competitive over the same girl is odd to me. Like, that's something like friends do, not brothers. Especially after their mother's loss and distance with their father. Yeah, that would, like I said earlier, there's certain moments where if you lose a part of your family, the family can just completely fall apart. Conrad moved to California and Jer gripped onto Belly. Yeah. If anything, Conrad was closer to Belly, Belly's mom more than Jer. They acted as if they really weren't brothers. That's too bad. That's brutal. Honestly, if I was watching this show, that would be kind of the relationship where I would look at, just because it, I personally have brothers, so I'd be looking at that from like a brother perspective. And that would probably be more brutal than any sort of relationship breakup or anything like that. Like, that would be rough. Hope the movie explores the relationship more. Hopefully it does. In both episodes, I don't know which ones they're talking about, you can really see how Belly constantly has to adjust her emotions just to keep Jer happy. He was so excited about the study abroad opportunity, but didn't even tell him because he was feeling down because he wasn't graduating. His emotions always came first. It honestly made me recoil. It's just not a healthy relationship at all. Okay, hold on a second. If you're excited about something and the person that you potentially love is feeling sad, why would you bring that up at all in that moment? Like, you wouldn't. So I don't quite understand that. Like, if he's sad and feeling down because he's not graduating and you're like, I'm going to study abroad, like, read the room a little bit. Make him happy, or at least, cheer him up a little bit, then bring it up, right? You wouldn't just go, hey, I know you're feeling down and like sad and all, but I'm going abroad. Isn't that awesome? Like, no one would do that. To be completely fair, and I effing hate Jeremiah. Ooh. She did that a lot with Conrad too. Though with him, there's less emotional volatility. I think that's a Belly problem and something she needs to grow on, which I hope she'll do by the end of the series. Study abroad should be a great opportunity for her. Laura was right when she dropped her off at school. She needs to find herself, and remaining hooked to the Fisher boys isn't healthy. I don't even think being hooked to the Fisher boys comes into that equation. Like, some people just need to find themselves. Like, I'm sure we know who these people are. I've seen them. I've seen it with my own eyes. The people that never spend time with themselves, they are always with somebody else. Always. They don't know how to be solitary at all. Like, make it on their own, live the day-to-day, be at peace with themselves. Like, I've seen that before, and it is brutal to watch. Brutal. Some people do need other people, like, constantly in their life, but I feel like they do themselves a disservice by not being able to stand on their own 2 feet. So maybe she just needs to find herself and not ping-pong between those two. Or just anybody, frankly. Jer is the definition of the song Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter. That's fighting words for Jer fans. Wow. At the end, when she did tell him he was happy, oh, that's nice. But then soon after, she found out he cheated when they were on a break. We were on a break. Shout out to Ross and Rachel. The amount of Jer Man-Child edits is crazy. Oh, boy. Eventually, she decided not to go. But by the end, she did go after the wedding didn't happen. That would be a good reason to call it off if you were getting married, I suppose. All right, let's see what else we can find. Let's find one more. So much... So much for being alone. I was just rewatching this episode and I realized he's talking about how he's never been alone before. I literally just talked about this. I literally just talked about this. And he's scared to do it with everyone moving to California. He even acknowledges how he let Belly give up Paris so that he wouldn't be alone. So then I think, oh, he's finally got some character growth from this. Conrad had to learn to be alone in California. Then Belly had to go through it in Paris. So now it's Jeremiah's turn. Then he's like, psych, I'm going to jump into another relationship right now so I don't have to be alone, LOL. I'm just curious what happens between the two of them after this. Does he move to CA2, long distance, or maybe they just don't even become boyfriend, girlfriend? That's funny. He's always with somebody. I literally just talked about this. He can't stand on his own 2 feet. Is it just me, or this pairing kind of looked odd? They had chemistry to me leading up to it, but absolutely no kissed chemistry. Oh. She deserves better than him. They were living together the last 8 months. Really hoping he spends time alone on the East Coast. I think by alone he meant Denise going to California and him staying in Boston Cousins. I actually think this will help him. I don't care about this pairing at all. It's lazy writing. Jeremiah has literally no chemistry with any of the female characters. Felt it was jarring. Denise and Jarrett, low-key most random pairing. Yikes. How many times have you cried watching this scene? Scene between Belly and Conrad was needed for Belly to understand Conrad's love for her. My main question is, how many times have you cried? It was Conrad's "you don't love me anymore" that unleashed the waterworks for me. Chris nailed that delivery. You could hear the devastation in his voice. Roller coaster of emotions. I cry every time when she goes after him to "Out of the Woods." Interesting. Very interesting. Denise and Jared, low-key random. Not gonna lie, I like Denise and Steven. Jared and Belly have chemistry. Yeah, I would assume so. Everything, we literally just watched an edit of pure chemistry. Like, that was very clear. I will say, it might be cliche to have a love triangle, but it definitely gets people talking. It definitely gets you thinking, talking. It stirs up, all these emotions of like, who's better, who's worse, who should they end up with, who's endgame. Like, it's perfect. It is truly perfect. And sometimes it can be infuriating, but most of the time it's entertaining. It just is. And if you're a pro, one couple and then the person's with another person, you're just like steaming in it. You're just like, when are they going to get back together? They did give more best friend vibe. Well, I guess they started out as friends, right? Jer and Belly. Well, although Jer apparently was secretly crushing, which is relatable. That's extremely relatable. I'm sure we've all had moments where we were, thinking things could be romantic with a friend, and we're just like, ooh, do I bring it up? No, I shouldn't risk it. Should I? And you're just stuck in that weird in-between. You're like, do I risk it? Do I potentially blow up this situation? Season 3 was a struggle for Belly Conrad shippers. Well, hopefully the movie is... Well, hopefully the movie's good. And I would like it to probably, just based on, discussion points we've read and, of course, your input, I do wish it would focus a little bit more on the brothers and how they, if they fix their relationship, if that's even possible. I don't even know how. Maybe if Belly moves on, like they can kind of like repair a brotherly friendship. I don't know. It's just, boy. I wonder if 20 years down the line, Conrad and Jeremiah will like be drinking a beer overlooking a lake or something and just kind of laugh at it and be like, hey, you remember those summers when we were fighting over the same girl? That was weird. Like, I could just see if Belly moves on and goes with somebody else, that would be very interesting. Con and Belly ended up at the end of the series. Oh, well, I'm assuming even if they could still have that moment of like, dude, remember when we were fighting over Belly? What was that? What were we doing? Obviously, Conrad gets Belly, but I'm hoping the movie has a big exploration on Belly and Conrad being together, as we really want to see it, Conrad shippers, but also see Conrad relationship. Yeah, I think both would be good. And they kind of wrote it like this, I suppose. It'd be very nice to see in the movie kind of a Jeremiah arc, like a redemption arc. Not really a redemption, but kind of a growth arc. And then, who knows, maybe he becomes the more attractive option at the end. Could. You never know. It just seems a little odd that they were kind of doing the decline towards the end of the series, and now a movie's being announced. It's like, okay, what are they setting up here? I think Jer will accept the relationship. Yeah, probably. All he needs to do is find somebody else. It's that easy. That easy. You never know. You never know. You got to keep your eyes open. I was surprised they agreed to do a movie, not going to lie. I thought they were done with it. That is a bit surprising, but Amazon probably backed the Brinks truck up and said, here's a little money for you. And they're like, yeah, we could stick around for a couple more years. It depends, if they're getting any sort of offers. Like, what offers were they getting? Was it like movie deals? Was it other series? You never know, unless they tell us, of course. I really hope this doesn't like pigeonhole the actors in this kind of genre. Matthew McConaughey kind of talked about that a little bit, of being the rom-com guy after a couple rom-coms, and he literally took like 10 years off of acting just because he wanted to not be the rom-com guy. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of characters they play from here on out, because obviously they're going to get roles for sure. This is too big to not get offers. Actor for Conrad said he was scared of being typecasted. Oh, for sure. For sure. You gotta think, if you're in any sort of cultural impact show, like this might be what you're known for. Like, that is a little terrifying. I remember an interview with Christian Bale, who said he was offered Batman, and a lot of people were telling him, like his agent was telling him, like, if you play Batman, people are just going to remember you as Batman, and it's like this whole thing. And he was like, we'll see. Surprised he agreed for the movie? Yeah, I mean, money talks. Money talks. And also, if you're getting paid a lot of money and this might be your only shot at fame, you take it. Because who knows, being an actor is pretty tough. It's never a guarantee that you're going to be offered other jobs that reach the same level as wherever you make yourself a name. So it's tough. That's really tough. I've never worked a job where it's like, okay, you did really great this time around. Your next thing that you do might be just as good, maybe a little better, or no one could ever see you ever again. Like, maybe you get offered like a C-tier sci-fi channel, you know, horror movie. Like, you never know, right? So if I was an actor, I would have a lot of trouble getting over, like, not saying yes to everything. Like, especially if you've gone any time of getting, like, rejected in auditions, it would be kind of difficult to say, yeah, no, I don't like this. It's the same as, like, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I don't want to get stuck in this typecast. That's a no. Like, it would be extremely hard to turn away offers. They're all in the movie, so I don't know why they didn't know until the premiere. That's interesting. Especially the actor for Jer, because I'm assuming he'll have a big role, yet they didn't tell him about the film. That's interesting. Maybe they were trying to iron out details or something. Would you imagine he was like, no, I'm not doing the film, even though you wrote it? Yeah. Could you imagine having to replace the actor that everybody has seen, everybody is thinking about, with some random actor? Like, that would be brutal. Like, switching actors that play like an iconic role. So they do a TV show, it's one person, and then they do a movie, it's a totally different person. Like, that would be, it would kill any sort of, like, continuity. Like, you'd look at them and go, like, that's not Belly. That's not Conrad. That's not Jer. Who are these people? Like, you're so used to them now. Only Belly and Conrad actors knew about the film? Why? That's weird. Or were they thinking of doing, like, a spin-off movie of just those two? Hate when movies or shows change actors. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. It takes you out of it. Every time they do that, it's hard to see the character the same way. Because you're just like, who is this? I don't know this person. You get so used to a face, you know? A voice. Like, I was watching Halloween Town. I watched the first one, I watched the second one, and I watched the third one, and then they switched the literal lead of the show, or the movies, and I was like, what is this? This doesn't feel the same. I didn't like the last one because it was a totally different person. Who is this? I don't like this. It's so strange. Like, I know there was potentially like a contract dispute or maybe like money thing or something. I don't know. But it didn't feel the same. I didn't even want to watch it. I didn't. I turned it off. I was like, this is immersion breaking. This is not the same character. Like, imagine if they did the movie of The Summer I Turned Pretty and they were all different actors. You'd be like, what is going on here? I could never change my king. Oh my gosh. All right. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I feel like I gotta read this. I always love these type of memes. May this type of love never find me. Good, because I don't want you to go either. Twice. No, it's not my dream wedding. And she's clearly crying. The fact that people call Conrad toxic and this show is, and this is how Jeremiah and Belly are together. I hated how he was so quick to sleep with someone twice after the argument between him and Belly. Meanwhile, Conrad loved her for 4 years and has never stopped. The second picture, that scene is awful. I would have kicked him to the curb after he begged after cheating twice. This type of love did find me. Hello. And I'm so happy that I managed to get out of it. It only took 4 years. Oh my gosh. That's 4 years that you'll never get back. And not before I gave up way too much and got cheated on way too many times. But what a learning experience. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. That's brutal. Oh my gosh. Oh no. 4 years? Oh. On his knees begging her was crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on from that. I don't mean to laugh at that person's tragic 4 years, but wow. That's rough. In public begging. That's a whole other level. Oh, was that first one when she told him she wasn't going to Paris? And he said, good, because I don't want you to go either. That's brutal. That's pretty brutal. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. He didn't want her to go to Paris. Honestly, I get that. I understand it, certainly, in a selfish way. But also, you should want what's best for the person you love, right? So, that's kind of weird. Why didn't he go to Paris? Just drop out of school. You're over, 16 or whatever the dropout age is? Just go to Paris with her. Oh, she eventually did because she really wanted to go. Yeah, that's the right decision. I love how when I'm reading that, whoever wrote this, if this was in the TV script, if it wasn't, and it's just based off the book, they must have been a fan of The Hills with Lauren Conrad, funny enough. Because there's literally a part of that where she turned down going to Paris. And her boss, who offered her the job, or the internship in Paris, said, you'll always be known as the girl who didn't go to Paris. And that's literally what I think of when I hear this. She'll always be known as the girl who never went to Paris, or didn't go to Paris. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on to the next one. It's Pond Doesn't Play About Phuwin. TikTok compilations. In the books, it was actually Spain, but the series based it heavily in the movie Sabrina. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just looked it up and I forgot how unbelievably relatable this is to this story. The girl who didn't go to Paris refers to Lauren Conrad from the reality TV show The Hills, who famously chose to skip a work opportunity in Paris to stay with her boyfriend. The line was coined by Anna Wintour and used by The Hills producers, making an iconic moment associated with the choice between career ambition and a relationship. Classic. Classic. And the name Lauren Conrad. Right. It's kind of funny, huh? So I've been thinking about that the entire time whenever that was brought up. Belly's mom is called Laurel. Oh my gosh. That's almost too perfect. All right, let's move this over slightly. I don't want to cut off any important text. There we go. Pond Doesn't Play About Phuwin. PondPhuwin TikTok compilations starting now.
เอาจริงป่ะทุกคนครับมันโคตรน่ากลัวเลยนะเมื่อคืนทำไมฮะอยากรู้เรื่องเลยอ่ะคุณนึกภาพว่าค คุณนอนอยู่ในห้องคนเดียวครับแล้วคือตอนแรกมีเพื่อนผมมาด้วยคือเพื่อนผมอ่ะมันก็อย่างที่บอกว่าคือจะออกไปเที่ยวกันต่อแล้วมันก็ล้างผมไว้อยู่ว่าไม่ให้ออกแล้วก็มันก็ลงข้างล่างมันก็บอกตรงๆว่ามันจะไปเอาเค้กแต่ทีนี้เนี่ยมันก็เขาเรียกว่าอะไรคือผมก็กดลิฟต์ให้มันลงครับมันวางแผนกันดีมากผมก็กดลิฟต์ให้มันลงแล้วก็
Meanwhile, Pond here met him at the airport with a birthday cake. Find that love.
ถ้าปกติถ้าจะขึ้นมาผมก็ต้องลงไปรับใช่ไหมผมก็นอนอยู่บนเตียงอยู่คนเดียวแล้วอยู่ๆประตูคอนโดเปิดคุณคิดดูแล้วกันคุณนอนอยู่คนเดียวแล้วอยู่ประตูคอนโดเปิดคุณจะทำยังไงก็คือกลายเป็นว่าแบบเพื่อนเขาลงไปเอาเค้กแล้วเขาเซอร์ไพรส์ก็คือเขาเอากีย์การ์ดอีกอันหนึ่งจากกระเป๋าผมไปอ๋อครับมิจฉาชีพมาในคราบเพื่อนครับผมเขาคีย์การ์ดอย่างหนึ่งไปแล้วก็ลงไปรับฟอนขึ้นมาคือผมก็ expect ว่าเพื่อนก็คงเซอร์ไพรส์แล้วแหละแต่ว่าไม่คิดว่าจะมีมึงพุ่งมาด้วยใช่
ผมเป็นคนเซอร์ไพรส์ไม่ค่อยเก่งครับใช่ก็มักจะโป๊ตลอดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็เลยแบบว่าบอกว่าเนี่ยแบบไม่ว่างอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเดี๋ยวก็น่าจะมาเจอกันที่นี่
ใช่เขาดักหลอกก่อนว่าแบบเดี๋ยวน่าจะเจอกันที่นี่ผมก็เลยคิดว่าแบบเจอกันที่แฟชั่นเลยก็เลยไม่คิดว่าเมื่อคืนคุณจะมาแบบอย่างนั้นเลย
เพราะว่าจริงๆแล้วผมบอกแล้วเดี๋ยวเจอกันพรุ่งนี้นี่แสดงว่าเชื่อจริง
I watched this well I guess you could call them a YouTube couple. It's called their channel used to be Tara and Hunter, and they're literally both track stars. Both of them were in the Olympics, won medals. And they used to be long distance, went to different universities completely. And he would film himself doing certain things for her and like surprising her. So all of a sudden she'd be walking back to her dorm or apartment and he would just be there randomly, like 1,000 miles away. He would just show up. And sometimes he had a key to her place. He'd like go in, decorate it or whatever. Big surprise. One time he bought a flower and he flew to her place and surprised her with it just randomly on like a Tuesday or something. It's just little things like that where you're just like, dang, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. There is goodness. There is goodness in this world. A bow around your own neck. Mm.
อันนี้คือวันเกิดของพีชเพราะพีชก็เกิดวันเดียวกับภูวินนี่เป็นของขวัญวันเกิดให้พีชมีสายอะไรวันนี้มีสายอะไรวันนี้
It's nice to have your own photographer. Who takes the time to hate like this? It's crazy.
จริงแล้วผมก็เห็นแบบว่าคนแบบเขาเรียกว่าอะไรครับมันแบบว่าภูวินเรื่องเล่นซัมเมอร์ไนท์ใช่ไหมผมก็อยากจะบอกว่าแบบแบบจริงๆแล้วก็อย่าทำแบบนั้นเลยนะครับผมเพราะว่าจริงๆแล้วทั้งนักแสดงทุกคนแล้วก็ทีมงานทุกคนคือจริงๆแล้วก็ตั้งใจทำงานกันมากถ้าเกิดให้รีวิวภูวินเรื่องหนึ่งเลยก็ขอพูดหน่อยแล้วกันว่ามันมีผมเห็นอันนึงอ่ะมีคนแท็กผมมาแล้วบอกว่าแบบเนี่ยแบบทำไมภูวินถึงดูไม่สนใจ VR เท่ากับซัมเมอร์ไนท์เลยงั้นผมก็จะพูดเลยแล้วกันว่าทุกคนรู้ไหมครับว่าจริงๆแล้วตอนนั้นอ่ะที่ช่วงที่ผมถ่าย VR เนี่ยคือภูวินถ่ายทั้ง VR แล้วก็ซัมเมอร์ไนท์พร้อมกันเลยนะครับผมก็คือที่เคยบอกว่าทำงานหนักมากแล้วก็แบบไม่มีเวลาได้พักเนี่ยเพราะว่าจันทร์อังคารพุธอ่ะเราถ่าย VR
It's
แล้ว
wild
พฤหัสศุกร์
how
เสาร์อาทิต
people
ย์ถ่าย
think
ซัม
they
เมอร์ไน
know
ท์
like
เล่นออกมาได้ดีมากๆ
behind
แล้ว
the
ส่วน
scenes
พฤหัสศุกร์เสาร์อาทิตย์ก็เล่นซัมเมอร์ไนท์ซึ่งคาแรคเตอร์ของทั้งสองอ่ะมันก็มีความแตกต่างของตัวละครที่แบบชัดเจนมากๆครับก็อยากจะบอกทุกคนนะครับว่าก็เป็นผลงานที่แบบทั้งทีมงานทุกคนอ่ะตั้งใจทำแค่อยากมาแชร์ให้ฟังเฉย
จะไม่เปลี่ยนพันเลยแล้วก็จะจำไว้ตลอดไปนะว่า
ก็ยังมีพาร์ทเนอร์คนเดิมอ่ะไม่ต้องกลัวผมจะทิ้งกันหรอกครับผมยังอยู่ด้วยกันอยู่
I don't like ghost ship, okay? You guys. No. Project Jasper is Project Jasper. Per Santa is Per Santa. จุงดัง is จุงดังนะ อูบูม is อูบูมนะจ๊ะ
Keeping things separate.
But have you ever met?
เหตุการณ์เราชมใครออกมาครับมาแตกต่างนะอันนี้ใครอ่ะแตกต่างพูดเหรอไอ้พูด
อยากได้ตังค์
ไอ้พูดผมเคยดูอยู่มันชอบแจกตังค์อยู่ในไลฟ์อ่ะเพื่อนมีอะไรให้กูทำอ่ะว้าว
พี่นุ๊กแจกตังค์หน่อยพี่นุ๊ก
PondPhuwin
ภูวินเหรอไปให้เขาอยู่กับปอนนะดีแล้วอย่าไปแยกคู่เขาเลย
ดูภูวินเก่าแล้วไปอยู่กับปอนเถอะ
Already old. Oh my gosh. You get over that.
เข้าหรือเปล่ากล้าหรือเปล่าเงี้ยยากจะขึ้นมาว้าวทำอะไร
Oh my gosh.
ว่าเพลงเพราะดีครับเพลงเพราะดีเพราะไหมいい歌ですよね綺麗な歌だねหมายถึงเจ้าของเพลงร้องเพราะหรือそれは歌ってる人がทั้งสองเสียอาการนะเสียอาการนะจริงหูแดงก็รักษามากไหมคุณที恥ずかしいってば恥ずかしい
Oh, come on now. The band.
Thank you, Tomodachi.
Both. Did both.
จะปอน GMMTV ไหมไม่รู้แต่ว่าก็อย่างน้อยมันก็ขับรถมา Happy Birthday ถึงบ้านที่ไกลมากๆแล้วกันนะเอาปะจบไหมล่ะ
จริงๆแล้วภูวินซัพพอร์ตผมดีมากๆเลยถ้าเกิดพูดตรงๆคือมันจะเป็นในมุมที่ไม่ค่อยมีใครรู้แล้วกันเพราะว่าเราสองคนไม่ใช่สายแบบเล่นโซเชียลหรือว่าแบบประทานโมเมนต์เยอะมากอย่างที่ทุกคนชอบแซวกันแบบอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแต่ว่าเบื้องหลังอะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือภูวินจะคอยแบบซัพพอร์ต
Talk about fan service, I think.
ใช่แต่ที่ต้องเห็นอยู่แบบเบื้องหน้าอาจจะไม่ค่อยลงหรือแบบอยู่ไกลกันแต่ว่าเบื้องหลังก็อย่างที่คนเห็นนะครับ
Imagine having to defend that to like the press. It's crazy.
มันจะนานๆพูดทีแต่คือผมก็เคยคิดว่าผมจะพูดคือผมจะบอกเขาตลอดว่าสมมุตินะไม่ว่าอะไรจะเกิดขึ้นผมแบบมีความสุขที่แบบว่าได้เขามาเป็นพาร์ทเนอร์แล้วก็ที่สำคัญเลยคือไม่เคยคิดว่าสมมติอนาคตถ้าเกิดจะมีโอกาสแบบแยกทางกันแบบไม่ได้อยู่ด้วยกันแล้วผมจะไม่เปลี่ยนพวกนี้เพราะอยู่ตรงนี้โอเคครับผมส่วนผมก็อยากจะบอกเขาว่าดูแลสุขภาพตัวเองเยอะๆด้วยคุณแล้วต้องดูแลสุขภาพตัวเองเพราะผมเป็นคนนี้นอนเยอะๆดูแลตัวเองด้วยแล้วก็ไปเจอกันเจอทุกวัน แวะคุยเลยคุยกับคนเนี่ยใช่แวะคุยเลยจัสเปอร์นี่ออกมานี่ถล่มทลายเหมือนกันนะไม่เบาเหมือนกัน
Driving while live streaming. Don't do it. Don't do it.
เจ้าชายดิสนีย์
เดี๋ยวผมจะค่อยๆไล่ไปให้มันไม่ดูสปอยแล้วกันนะคือโจพวกเราเนี่ยคือด้วยความที่ว่าเรามีโอกาสได้ขึ้นมา2 ครั้งแล้วอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็เรารู้จักกันมา5 ปีแล้วรู้สึกว่าพอมันเป็นปีนี้เราอยากจะเล่าเป็นแบบเหมือนความสัมพันธ์ตั้งแต่วันแรกจนถึงวันนี้
It's a good old-fashioned duet. A little love ballad duet. It's always sweet. That's a nice way to end that. Excellent edit. Link down below in the video description on YouTube for the link to the original video. Go ahead and throw it some love. And as always, check out their channel. They might have other edits that you might be interested in. Maybe you want to request it, of course. Certainly feel free to do so. ToddReacts.com to request videos. All right, let's pull up some information on PondPhuwin, and then we will get you out of here and into your weekend. Hope you have some nice plans, all that good stuff. Left over from the August reaction. It's been since August? Really? Whoa. Best supporter. That's adorable. They joined Winnie Satang and the mascots PondPhuwin and Sam Roy, I think, at the International Novel Festival. Those are great, great mascots. That is lovely. It's my all-time favorite performance of them. It was good. It was really good. Like, that was a very sweet performance. And they sound good too. Wow. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Whilst in Japan, Jasper included all their partners in a hotel live stream. Not exactly sure if I'll have access to all these links, but we'll give it a try. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Looking back. PondPhuwin wants his dad's signatures too. Oh boy. Mascot's going wild. Screams were crazy because no one expected that song. Really?
ขอโทษด้วยทรายให้ไม่ได้แล้วมีคนเอาคิวที่101ไปแล้วคนนู้นเลยตีคนนู้นเลยตีคนนู้นเลยตีเลยขอบคุณยังไงกลับไปสิลูกน่ารักจังเลยนะอยู่ดีๆนะเพิ่มดีมากสมแล้วที่2 นาที
Uh-oh. How is PondPhuwin going to hold this? Oh, stuffed it. In the headphones. I'd say put the hands together, but I don't think they're long enough.
โอ้โหแค่เพิ่มพูนใช้เวลามากขนาดนี้ไม่อยากจะคิดก่อนหน้านี้สำรวยใช้เวลาขนาดไหนจริงสำรวยเราไม่ต้องรอเขาก็ได้สำรวย
The slot moving slow.
พร้อมออกไปเจอกับแฟนๆข้างนอกอีกไหมครับผมมีคนดีแล้วมีคนดีแล้วมีคนดีแล้วงั้นขออนุญาตไปเจอกันข้างนอกเลยครับถ่ายรูปก่อนพอดีคือขอโทษไม่เคยมาใส่ที่นี่ครับขอโทษ
That's awesome. Showing respect. Oh boy. My gosh. Who is kinder? Hong Kong fan meeting, August 9th. I love whatever is wrong with them. gosh. Always playing around. Photos from the event. Facebook. Come on now. What is that? You let me see 2 photos and then you block me like that? It's crazy. It's amazing Facebook is still around. That's one thing where I thought would disappear by now. It's definitely had a longer run than MySpace. Fresh info as of 10/10, so today. Me and Thee, Q27. Q is a filming day, by the way. That's for me. Cool, cool, cool. Q27. Posted yesterday. You should know that this is whose office? Those photos go so hard. The all-black suit. Q26, so this is the day before. GMM Outing 2025. The outing had the actors divided into teams. PondPhuwin were in the Arctic. Examples of the team shirts. You got Dune, The World Is Not Enough. So The World Is Not Enough was probably the overall theme, I suppose. Pacific, Arctic, Amazon, Safari. Very nice. PondPhuwin and Lycan's mascot, recently did a dance challenge. Really? They were actually dancing really good despite being in giant costumes. That takes a lot of skill. A lot of skill. Especially with the fan going. It's probably loud in there. Maybe they have hearing what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking at? Not hearing aids. That's the exact opposite of what you want. They probably had like noise dampening headphones on or something like that. Yeah, that would be difficult. Like you'd have to practice like moves with small arms at least, and like try to figure it out. You don't want to obviously puncture the costume either. That would not be good. Read a roundup of the Team Bus shenanigans. Part 1, Bus Seal Adventures group picks. What a day. We had so many amazing moments. I decided to do a little roundup. Doing this in parts because of the Reddit image limits. We had everyone traveling on the bus, which gave us selfies of everyone. Awesome. Very cool. Actually, it's kind of blocked. Let me go ahead and fix that. There we go. It's a little easier to see, everybody. I'm in it too. Song's not easy to dance to, even when you're not in a costume. Dang. That's even more impressive, honestly. There we go. There's the selfies. Bus selfies for days. Phuwin started a live stream. At one point, Fourth was trying to show part of Pond's performance at LOL and accidentally showed some Pond dunk instead. We got some more pics on the bus, including Phuwin and Fourth looking out the window. Phuwin looking like the man emoji. Just the stoic emoji. Oh my gosh, that's funny. The white shirt, the jeans. It was time for the first event. Got a cute little pic of Pond first. Then we got a PPW as seals. For the game portion of the event, absolutely adorable and hilarious. I don't think I'll ever see this carpet and not think of Mermaid Jung. Just the seals. So funny. Then there was some sort of break or in between where we got this pic of them together and Pond going through it for some reason. It was time for group pics. Oh my gosh. GMMTV family. Try and spot the boys. Oh my. That is crazy. I'm assuming the guy in the middle is the president. Or the CEO or whatever the title is. Wow, that is a lot of employees. Pretty cool. Probably growing by the day, too. I also got this cute pic of Phuwin hanging out with people. Hanging out with people. Just a couple people there. CEO. Nice. Pool time. Roundup Part 2. Pool Beach and the Banana Boat Incident. Oh boy. Starting off Part 2, it seems everyone had moved on to hang out by the pool. Pond was just chilling, but Phuwin on the other hand. I also got this cool pic of him by the pool. It's very aesthetic. It's an aesthetic picture. Cute pic of Pond hanging out with Dunk and the girlies. Then everyone headed to the beach. This is where we got one of the legendary moments of the day with both Pond and Phuwin on the jet ski. Don't mind me sobbing. Gives such Palm Phuwin vibes. Also, a few other pics of them enjoying activities in the sea. Nice. That's beautiful. Man, jet skiing this time of day would be perfect. Although I don't like the fact that the water is like darker at this time of night. You know, dusk. It's still beautiful. It is stunning. That's when the monsters come out, as we all know, right? Whenever you can't see the bottom. Got a great picture of Phuwin, courtesy of Jung. That's not surprising. Golden hour. Golden hour. However, this is the banana boat incident occurred and Pond fell off and got injured. Oh boy. Poor guy hit his lip quite badly, it seems. He was seen looking after it throughout the night after that. Dang. That's rough. Got a little ice. Gotta ice it. Pond's lip the next morning. Swelling. Swelling up is what that's doing. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Part 3. Sailor Venus and Spider-Man. This look was insane. Keeping a wand between his fake chest. Pulling off incredible poses with Fourth and Satang. Apparently they ended up being Sailor Moon because that's all the costume shop had left. And they were like, screw it, why not? Phwin looks like he's been waiting for this moment his whole life. That's so funny. Costume shop, all they had left was Sailor Moon. Yeah, we'll take 3. It's awesome. Very, very... Just shooting some webs. Nothing to look at. Nothing to see here. Sailor Moon group ended up winning 2nd place. That's so funny. Party Times, Part 4. Fun pics of him with Jasper. This is where it gets very interesting. Drinks have been had. Memories have been made. Fourth was absolutely loving being Sailor Moon. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it. That's funny. And they won 2nd place. Not bad. Not bad at all. It would be so interesting to be a fly on the wall and to see just all these stars get absolutely hammer drunk, to put it plainly. It would be very funny to see. And the fact that they're going live as well is just a brand risk. That's so funny. Phwin posted this yesterday about his Overwatch character. Season 19 Mythic skin is simply divine. Get a closer look at Lifeweaver's new Divine Druid Mythic skin before it arrives next week in Season 19. Phwin said Weaver is back. I've definitely played Overwatch quite a few times, and I've definitely played against Weaver, Lifeweaver. I've never played as Lifeweaver. That was usually the character I was trying to get rid of because he's literally healing everybody.
Hello. Life is far too short to feel guilty about, well, anything.
Phwin has a new song out, All In, and performed it on Thailand Music Countdown. I don't even know if I can play this. Will it get blocked? Oh boy. What if we just listen to it? Just cover the video. GMMTV 2023 outing where everyone got so drunk that almost all of them ended up in the hospital. Oh, I think I remember reading about that in information for one of these reactions. That's wild. Show it for like a brief second. Not too much. Don't want to get blocked. Really quick. Whoop. Did you see it? Did you catch it? Now. I didn't show anything. Nice. Very nice. A version with Pond. He's trying. He's trying. That's awesome. Very cool. PondPhuwin with Like You. Hey. Literally just mentioned him. I'm impressed. See, I can't do that minus the inflatable costume. So that's impressive. Info about the release of Me and Thee and the upcoming PondPhuwin Rendezvous FanCon. Since the FanCon is happening around the same time Me and Thee would come out, Me and Thee is going to air around the PPW FanCon. So November? Happening November 1st through 2nd. In a recent clip, Pond mentioned that Me and Thee will likely air around the same time. That makes me think that November is the safest bet. Maybe late October if things move faster. Sounds like they will probably wrap up filming in October. That's it? I had a feeling it was. So by November, we should finally get it. Not 100% confirmed. Tommy Hilfiger Resort event with Gemini 4th. Dang, it's a classy event. They look classy too. That's so cool. Dang. Goofing. Oh boy. I like to imagine a random TH executive standing nearby, trying to figure out why these four keep picking each other up. That's so funny. Tommy Hilfiger Resort again.
ไอ้พวกเด็กติดเกม ไม่ได้ลูกหรอ ไอ้พวกเด็กติดเกม ไม่ได้ลูกหรอ
Is that a Steam Deck or a Switch? It looks like a Steam Deck.
ไอ้พวกเด็กติดเกม ไม่ได้ลูกหรอ
Practice with Jasper. Title talking about Santa's arm looking good is because he just came out of a sling. Oh boy. Already on the 28th queue. Only have about 2 left. Yeah, that's quick. I'm assuming they're editing as they're going through the queues, right? Because that turnaround is quick. Best music video. Sadistic Jasper. 30th Asian Television Awards. Dang, congrats. That's awesome. Very, very cool. How many pages do we got? Oh, we are at the end. I can't believe how much I just went through. PondPhuwin face planning. Okay, we gotta watch that. Come on now. Oh no. Oh no. All those wonderful dance moves just wasted. That was
How do you know when it's the right person? You'll know when you want to be with that person no matter what. It'll just feel right.
surprise belly appearance. That was such a brutal face plant. Oh my gosh. They're smiling, but inside, PondPhuwin is crying heavily. They do edit as the cues happen. Sometimes if there's a lot of cues, the series might start airing as they're still filming. That's amazing. That is actually pretty cool. PondPhuwin has also been kissing Move Move and JD, so for toddlers, there's a lot of drama going on there. We got mascots making out. What's happening? Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. Maybe I should just skip and keep moving. To be continued. I'm sure there will be more PondPhuwin requested soon. There definitely will be more The Summer I Turned Pretty. 100%. So you can count on that. So if you're big into that show and you're looking forward to the movie, you will definitely find more reactions to it upcoming. That is a given. It's a lot of mascot shipping. Really? Am I just now I'm just now finding out about that. How do I feel about that? Not good. Not well. I don't feel well about that. Oh, no. Not the mascot shipping. Oh, gosh. I probably could have gone forever without knowing that, but hey, if it exists, it's being shipped by something, by someone, about something, guaranteed. Inanimate objects, mascots, actors, singers. It's being shipped. There's a lot more drama about it. What? I feel like I just got like a blind taken off of me. This is going on? This is a thing? This is happening? How am I just learning about this? Maybe I have learned about this. I've forgotten. But it is shocking information to me right now. Love triangles between mascots? Oh, my God. Oh, that's such a weird way to kick off the weekend. But, hey, I chose to have the PondPhuwin video last. That's my own fault, I suppose. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know how to move on from that. Oh gosh. Watch, now I'm going to get mascot love triangle edits. Oh gosh. Oh no. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I hope you didn't get scarred by the mascot comments here at the end. I hope you didn't, as much as I did. But I hope you have a tremendous weekend coming up. Do something fun, do something interesting, and as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate it greatly. It truly means the world to me that you would spend even a millisecond of your time watching these streams. I appreciate it. I can't say it enough. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Follow the Twitch channel if you want to join live. Sub to the YouTube channel so the algorithm knows you want to see more of these videos. Check out the accessories currently on the website. The winter collection drops Halloween night. You will definitely hear about it. I'll keep bringing it up. But we will be doing a giveaway, so join the Discord for details on that. Or just check toddreacts.com. You'll also see updates there. And yeah, I hope you have a tremendous weekend. I will see you in the Discord. take care, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Have fun. And I will see you back here on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.